The dodo returns once more. Ugh. Hello, people. Welcome to the stream. Bit of a last-minute stream, but you guys know that's kind of how I work by now. I never really know whether I'm actually going to stream until the time actually comes. You know, if it's outside the regular schedule. If it's the regular schedule, I'm gonna be here. But if it's not the regular schedule, you never know. The question now is, am I gonna be streaming the whole day? You know, cause like now I'm streaming at the start of the day, and then SRG is gonna be the third match. Am I gonna be live the whole day? I don't know. Right? Am I gonna be able to be live for like 8 hours or some shit like that? I feel like that is a little bit pushing it. We will play it by ear. I will definitely try and watch the SRG match out of everything for sure. But I'm live now because I also want to watch the PH versus PH match. The match that I'm probably the least interested in out of all of them is actually the second match, right? The Aurora Turkey versus Yangon Galacticos. It's still interesting, but if we compare all 4 of the matches, I think that is probably the least interesting out of all of them. So I don't know, maybe we go on break for match 2? I don't know, it depends. We'll play it by ear, you know, as like the same way I do it all the time. But yes, hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Yes, Kuruel, you will get your water. But yes, hello Kuruel, hello Darren, hello Laifu, hello Harsha. Welcome everyone. Thanks for joining us on this Sunday afternoon, where we officially begin the knockout stages. Now I will say, I wasn't really expecting the knockout stages to happen like literally the day after the end of Swiss. I thought there was going to be like, I don't know, like 1 day break before the knockout started, right? Because yeah, I thought that we would have some kind of timing gap, but apparently not. Apparently we just dive straight into it, so that's interesting. But yeah, we've got our top 8 squads in M7, right? Our top 8 in the world right now. Gonna be very interesting to see what happens. You missed the video of knockout just now? I was actually watching it on my second monitor, but well, you know, I was starting off the stream, so I couldn't exactly play it. But yeah, it's pretty cool, It's a marvelous Sunday for knockout stages indeed. But yeah, it's unfortunate that Kuruel wasn't able to get the Aurora versus Aurora. Now, it's not impossible. Is it, actually? Hold on. Let me look at the bracket. If both Auroras lose this round, do they face each other? Let's see. Do they face each other if both Auroras lose? I don't know, actually. I don't know how the seeding works. Yeah, I don't know how the seeding works for the lower bracket. I need to see like an official bracket setup or something. Hello Kai, hello Lilo. I'm still sulking because CG lost. I mean, we all knew it was going to happen. We all knew, didn't we? I'm honestly impressed that they were able to get to 2-2, considering their performance was just not solid. You know, the fact that they even got to 2-2 in the first place is already kind of like, okay, not bad actually. But we all knew, just based on the way they were playing, that they were not getting far. CG drafting very weird, I agree. I don't like the way they were drafting. Why did they keep prioritizing Cho? Hello Xavier, by the way. Observe. Here she is once again. This cat who came into my room even though I told her not to, and now is complaining to be let out. because the door is closed when I am live. See, this is what you get, cat. This is what you get. Why CG got so much skill gap even though they got so much time to improve? Experience really does make a difference, I feel like, you know? Like, they had a lot of time to improve, but it really depends on how you're able to use that time in the first place. Well, she's not complaining anymore, so I'm just gonna leave her there. But yeah, looks like we're starting off, so let's go ahead and pull it up. Teams doing their walk-ins.
Seize the win, Aurora Gaming Philippines.
If experience makes a difference, Alter Ego should be worse than CG.
Performing well in the regular season,
No, but Alter Ego definitely has more experience, like, as an organization, as a squad, right? Also, I think it's a good meta for them.
Back into the epic rivalry with history on their side. Having claimed the last two encounters, they look to prove it wasn't just a win, but dominance. Sanford, Carl Teasy, Sanchi,
LCG Booney, hello. Hello, welcome to the stream. How you doing?
They're on the golden road. They don't need no introductions, man.
And now the cat's complaining again.
Member has had those iconic moments, not just in domestic play.
Hello, Akko. Welcome. Show haters. Wait till you see my NPC show gameplay. Yes, wait till you see my NPC show gameplay.
Welcome both coaching staffs for TL. It's Coach RC and Coach Tic Tac. For Aurora, Coach Master the Basics with Coach Dexstar.
I can't believe we're starting off with this one.
But what a way to start off! What a way to start off day one of the knockouts, right? Oh, it's James. I was wondering. I was like, I don't feel like I remember seeing this IGN before. Hello, James. Why'd you change your IGN?
No, but we make new bears. Like we had a new bear from Breaking Down. We had a new bear.
You have a human?
Yeah. I wanted to say a color in a bear, but it might have come out wrong. So, we already have an ice bear. What about Sambal bear?
Okay, hold on.
You are Sambal bear. So
Just to let you guys know a little bit, I think I'm having a little bit of
let's look at Sanji. Interesting stat fact for him.
little bit of swelling in the gums. It's not too unusual. It happens from time to time, but I'm gonna be eating some stuff to help with that. Which unfortunately does also mean I have a little bit of irritating, like, pain from time to time on the side of my mouth. But what can you do sometimes? Don't know if I injured it or something. Okay, cat, you wanna be out? Okay, I get it.
I think it was Lord takes, Turtle takes, or Objective takes anyway. But even for Aurora Gaming Philippines over here, you know, you gotta look at the other mid laner. Yue number 2 right now in APG after Stormy, actually, so 9.6 to
Okay.
9.4, but has been getting
This is the most competitive M series because we can't say who will win, yeah. I think SRG does have a pretty solid chance, you know, after looking at everything. But Liquid is still going to be their top contender. You're gonna go to sleep, James? Alright. It is like midnight over on that side of the world, right? Have a good sleep, sir.
They're very narrow in the choices that they can bring into the lane. But then that's also affected.
Lila said Cat should be grateful she gets to be outside. I'm stuck inside the walls. Okay, very good. Hello, Dark Striker. How you doing?
Right now. I mean, it always has been, even back in M4 when we were last in Jakarta, you know, where Sanford really made a name for himself. It's still funny because look at the Yuzhong. It's still happening on that.
Repeat after repeat of MPL PH Grand Final. Hello, Stinger. Yes.
I don't know. Some people
We got another MPL PH Grand Final repeat. One thing I will say, right, based on this sort of like, bracket draw, is that the lower brackets are going to be killer, you know? So many strong teams can potentially be dropped straight into the lower bracket from round 1. So like, you really do not want to be in the lower bracket for the knockouts.
Both these teams, it really comes down to how they decide to draft. One thing's for sure though, I don't think we're gonna see the Yuzong open.
So we're counting out Aurora, PH, and Onyx, AEYG for potential winners. My top 3, I'll tell you guys right now, my top 3 for this M7 is SRG, Liquid, Alter Ego. And those are my top 3. And people are going to say not Onyx, because Onyx was the champion of their MPL. No, not Onyx. Alter Ego is in my top 3.
I don't know, man. That's why I'd say, like, with both these XP laners, they're the best in the world right now.
You
like,
can take the Yuzong.
Take the Yuzong. It's the fact that
Kai says it's SRG, Liquid, Spirit. Interesting. No, personally to me, Alter Ego has been performing better than Spirit.
Carry pop up. We did see the occasional MozCon.
Obviously, we've seen a little bit more of Spirit compared to Alter Ego because Alter Ego qualified straight 3-0. But I think just from that alone, you know.
Priority, what do they want to go for depending on this last ban?
Lilo's top 3 is Oheb, Krem, and Sunset Lover with his hat. But that's 4, Lilo.
So it could just be a trade here.
Remember the fandom war, folks?
Akko agrees with me for top 3. Haha.
Who will win this? Who will win game number 1? Team Liquid or Aurora? TL Aurora, type it out in your
And
chat.
Kuruel has Aurora. Okay, okay.
Acknowledge that Aurora loves first picking that Claude. And we've seen how well Claude has gone for other teams. So they go ahead and take the safe route.
Alright, should I lock in a little bit so that I can clip out these games from my YouTube channel as well?
The YSS, the Yuzong, especially as we mentioned.
I still have some mints in my mouth, so I might need to finish those first.
That's gonna be traded out. Aurora. Which one do they go for? Kalea is a pretty good light pick, but I don't really think you want to give the Yuzong over to TL. So yeah, makes a lot of sense. Edward, also an amazing Yuzong player. This should just be the Kalea, right?
Onyx had a statement where they said they're bad at best of 1, but I noticed they win most of their first games in best of 3. Sounds a bit contradictory. Who knows, really?
Plus the Yisun Shin. I don't really think that's gonna be the case here, but they are taking a while, which it's kind of sus.
Yeah.
Actually, 2 of the most picked are So now it's Farsa.
Wow. Against the Yuzong, they go Yisun Shin Farsa, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is interesting.
Alright,
That's new.
so
As far as she's still is she technically the highest win rate? I wonder if we
For
have that
mid?
stat. Yeah, for mid.
Don't worry, we'll get our man to get the stats on that. I know he's listening.
Yeah, we gotta get the stats right now on the mid laners because mostly been
Okay.
He's banned out here, so.
I mean, get some water real quick.
Kimmy there.
I mean, the highest win rate with the number of times played.
Yeah.
Okay, Farsa's been played like 20.
Alright, anyways.
It's been a lot.
So Lunox has like 80%, but she's 8.
Let's lock in a little bit. Alright, let's lock in a little bit so that I can maybe clip this out for YouTube and stuff. And let's have a look at the draft here. Ladies and gentlemen, our first match of the M7 knockout stage right here is going to be the MPLPH Grand Finals rematch. Aurora, Philippines on the blue side, Liquid on the red side. Draft has already been going on for a little bit. But looking at the picks, it's already a little bit interesting. We see 2 mid lane bans on Aurora, so particularly targeting Sanji and reducing global and lane pressure by taking out Loyi and Zusin, both of which are heroes that control mid lane quite well. And then we all know what Sanji can do with Loyi in the late game, also taking out Hilda. So already putting a lot of attention specifically onto making sure that the early game is strong, because we know that Liquid is a very heavy snowball team. If they control early game, they just basically win straight away. So they're taking out heroes that would cause them trouble in the first couple of minutes. Liquid bans out most of the meta picks, Claude and Eve, but then they also get rid of Fredrin to make sure that they can play assassins and not have to deal with a utility jungle that can steal camps away from them. Not to mention that Demon Kite so far I think has been a little bit more consistent on Fredrin compared to other heroes, so they're just taking that out of the pool. Yuzong first pick to make sure it's denied from Sanford, and then to try and win out the EXP lane, but that does mean you can get sandbagged by heroes like a Uranus, which has already happened, and then Grok for early game control, as well as some scaling. Yisanshin and Farsa though is personally a combo that I prefer. I do prefer this combo a little bit from Liquid, because very strong early game pressure, good river control, good scaling right off the bat, and it enables Liquid to go for flex side lanes with the Uranus, since you don't really know if they're gonna go fighter gold lane or not, because that option exists, right?
Are we gonna see
So Liquid continues banning out backline diving assassins because Farsa is going to be very vulnerable to heroes like Hayabusa and Joy. And then Aurora continues focusing on the early game a little bit, getting rid of the Khalid to make sure that they can't get invaded. Since they can't go Fredrin, they have to go Assassin. So get rid of Khalid and Hilda at the same time to make sure JP can't do JP things. And then the Sora just for insurance because they could still go gold lane Sora. Now the Cho is very interesting, right? Cho is very interesting because you would think that it's JP's hero, but we have seen Oheb try gold lane Cho before, right? Liquid still has the capacity to go gold lane Cho. So this is still a flex, and that is probably intentional from Liquid. Looks like Aurora is gonna go tank anyway, right? They banned out, which is kind of weird for me. I don't know why they would go tank and then ban out Khalid as well. I can understand the Hilda ban initially since you're not really sure yet. But if your intent is to go tank jungle, banning Khalid seems a little unnecessary. Oh, and then the Kimmy. So very classic Aurora front to back style. Granger Kimmy comp with 3 very bulky frontliners, including the jungler. So they have very little early game pressure outside of Yuzong. And then we've got the CC. So it is CC gold, Cho roam. JP on Cho is interesting, but it's double fighter. CC has a pretty okay time against Yuzong. So straight away, Liquid has won this draft. For me, Liquid has definitely won the draft. However, Aurora's draft is still very solid, right? The difference is not too notable because Aurora has a very standard like front to back. Their early game is a little lacking, especially if Yuzong's not able to win his lane, which is why I expect Liquid to focus on EXP lane a good amount, right? We're going to see Karl and Sanji go to EXP lane a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if Karl goes for the level 2 EXP lane gank, so Edward has to play it safe. But if Aurora can hold until late game, then they have Granger Kimmy, so their poke is very good. So that's the dynamics that we're going to be looking at here. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting. A+ versus A tier lineup. Yes, Akko is correct. I like Liquid's lineup a little bit better, but if it wasn't Liquid playing it, I would actually say Aurora's lineup is a little more consistent. It's actually purely because it's Liquid, right? Otherwise, I'd say that these drafts are fairly even, with Aurora's being easier to play, actually.
Roam around, rotate around, but we also have seen a YSS.
Alright, lock in done. Lock in for the draft is done. Chat, you can proceed normally now. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be streaming the entire day of matches today, but just in case I actually decide to, I'm gonna try and reduce the amount of play-by-play I do and focus a bit more on analyzing, because I also am kind of curious about how these teams are going to play with each other, and I want to preserve my energy. So yeah, Weakness Finder Kimmy. Whenever Kimmy goes Weakness Finder, you know that they're playing for late game. If you want the Kimmy to be a viable mid game, you go Quantum Charge. If you want Kimmy to scale into late game carry, then you go Weakness Finder. That's usually how it is. So Karl did not go for level 2 EXP invade. I don't think Sanford had enough control to do so. They're probably gonna play around level 4. Fighter Emblem Kimmy for sustain. Yeah, I think a lot of marksmen are just going Fighter Emblem now after the recent like hybrid lifesteal change.
Turtle's gonna be up here in just a bit.
I'll skip second match, right? Not sure yet. We'll see how I feel about it. Okay, good poke to UA. No kick, otherwise that would have been a... Oh, Edward! Missed his Petrify! That's very bad. Oh, very bad start. Demon Kai gets the turtle, but killing Edward there without him doing anything is actually more valuable to Liquid. He missed the Petrify. It was quite sad there.
With the Dragon Form, it's just a little bit too late for
because Liquid is depending on Sanford to create space for the mid-game scaling.
Good response. I mean, at least they get
to make sure that they can deny like Edward from becoming a notable threat. Oheb playing a dangerous game here. Ooh, that was close.
Threading the yo-yo, man. Right there. Like, it's not threading the needle anymore, but Interesting enough. It's
Yeah,
not
when
too
you're
much
against this
TL.
team from Liquid,
Of course, you've got
giving up your EXP for Turtle is not really worth it. So that's not a very good start. Edward tried to go in for the multi-petrify, but he was just a little bit too far. And that actually is a mistake that happens quite often. Even with me, you know, when I play Yuzong, sometimes I dive in, I think, oh, I can get this initiation, and then I'm just a little bit too far from the opponent to actually land the petrify. And it's just very awkward.
Yeah, it is the glowing one. See, we'll still lean towards that.
So then, for the next couple minutes, Sanji is going to be one of the major threats on the map. We can expect Team Liquid to play around that, which means that Aurora needs to make sure that their mid lane wave clear is going to be able to match.
They just kind of duke it out, level up in the lane, or scale up in the lanes. They're fine. Well,
Interesting. Doming, instead of going for the Fury Hammer into Sky.
I do think that Oheb isn't creating as much pressure on the lane as I would like to see. But Granger does actually lane fairly okay into a lot of fighters.
So he adapted as soon as Aurora lost out on the trade of
So that means that Liquid doesn't really have the most lane prio on the map right now. Hello Amir, welcome to the stream.
He's waiting for maybe Turtle 2, 3 onwards where he'll really be active.
Far is pretty even, which is good for Aurora. They didn't allow like Edward's death earlier to really affect the game too much. And it looks like Team Liquid is actually going to be giving up this turtle. You see, Carl TZ's not even here. JP is just providing vision. Oheb might be in trouble though. The Petrify lands into the tech charge. Vengeance a little bit late because of the tech charge, so Oheb is dead, JP is dead. Good full man dive. Liquid gonna trade the full bottom tower for it. But it looks like Aurora's gonna get a good chunk of the top gold shield as well. So I do think Aurora did end up winning that trade.
SRG, instead of just going full commit for the turtles, they're opening up the map while also making sure Oheb has.
Oheb is so bad on fighters, Harsha says. Yeah, you can tell that he's not as consistent on them. He's just not that comfortable. And that's probably the big reason why SRG was able to take the W against them. Even despite all of that, it was difficult. Goes to show how strong Liquid is. Why Baxia, Dark Striker asks. To win out early game, and because they're playing Granger Kimmy, they do need 3 front lines. If you're playing Granger Kimmy like full artillery marksman, late game scaling gameplay, you need 3 front lines. Fredrin would have been the most ideal, but he was banned, so they went Baxia. That's basically all it is.
And usually the Grangers get to shine, and he's right now, he's just guarded really
Did you
well.
watch Onyx ID versus Evil? I didn't actually. That's one of the matches I didn't really watch that closely. Because I kind of knew what the result was going to be. So far, I would say this game is actually leaning towards Aurora, right? Because for Aurora, their goal is late game scaling, right? Get UA and Doming as far as possible and then win out the late game by just poking and sieging. Liquid playing double fighter side lane means that they have a slightly— Oh!
How did that happen, Sanji?
How did that happen?
Like, I guess, and that's the risk of
Do we have a replay for that? Probably not, since it wasn't on camera.
artillery against
How did that happen?
The kick wasn't used.
Doming was rotating, I guess, and then when Sanji spotted him going through mid, he just like went for the full commit, probably.
Aurora's got 2 of the 3. We'll see if they're able to get the 3rd one. Carl TZ's gonna start it up though. Black Dragon form.
So here comes the dragon, goes in, we see the Mountain Shocker to spot things out, Sanford eating damage, has the dash back out, good zoning so far, tech charge on 2, beautiful knockup, Carl not able to stay close enough, JP somehow survives, Demon Kite will get a free turtle, Team Liquid will back it off, okay, solid. Yeah, like I mentioned, Aurora's playing a front to back, so in objective contests, they are unmatchable right now. Liquid just cannot fight Aurora at this point in the game. The only way they could have fought is if they had a fairly notable gold advantage, which as we can see, they do not have.
A tech charge or a kick can really change the course of the game, but the great thing about this, there's
Alright, kick into the wall. Do they have enough damage? They might? Okay, they do. Oh, but Light might punish Oheb. Okay, 1 hit away. So close. So close. Good wall though. Good attempt.
That would have been bad. Oh, no.
Sanford now gonna be jumped on. I think he's dead. Yeah, he's dead. So we can see Aurora's starting to try and build up Sky Piercer stacks on the Granger because he is going to be their main win condition.
Kind of like they played against each other a couple times. You know?
this like their
Itemization proceeding pretty normally. JP prioritizing Radiant since most of the damage he takes will be from UA. And then the Dreadnought to deal with everyone else.
A whole lot of fighting even early on, but
No Sky Piercer yet. Oh, wait, Doming went for Malefic. Second item. Second item, Malefic. So they are specifically trying to hunt Sanford. Oops, stream's a little laggy. Yeah, so the Malefic second item is actually specifically to hunt Uranus, because no one else on the team is particularly tanky. It'll work against Oheb later in the game, but right now you wouldn't think that it's necessary as a second item. Hold on, I'm gonna ×2 it because I feel like we paused for a moment there. Sanford might be, hold on, I'll wait until this is over. Ah yeah, he should be out. Okay, I'll ×2 it.
No ultimates, no battle spells. Light flickers off if you use it way earlier. So all signs are pointing toward a much more comfortable.
Rora draft is so safe from early to late game. Liquid got risky, Carl-centric draft. Yeah, but it's a very Liquid style draft. Right? Like I mentioned like at the beginning of the game, Aurora's draft is much easier to play. But Liquid is playing, okay, how far back was I? We're gonna watch this fight on regular speed and then I'm gonna ×2 it again.
Just picked it up. Oheb got the brute force, so little defensiveness needed for this fight.
So UA is scouting, they see most of the team Liquid around here. JP's on the opposite side. Doming taking half HP, tech charge, full commit onto Sanford, he gets bursted. Carl trying to go in, gets blocked by the wall, JP gets nice knock up, but they don't have the AoE damage, and now Aurora starting to flip the fight around. So yeah, we can see it's very hard for Liquid to fight right now. I actually really don't think they should be trying to 5v5. They should be trying to play for like macro instead with the draft they have right now. How far back am I from being live on the stream, man? I've been ×2 for a while. Okay, Sanford almost, Sanjeev almost got caught there. Okay, I think, okay. Now I'm finally caught up, actually. So give it a moment to properly load out. Alright, here we go. So Lord being contested, Sanford standing in front, but Sanford can't really tank as well. JP gets a kick on Edward into the feathered airstrike, but he's a lot tankier than expected. Demon Kai gets a free Lord, Carl comes from the side, goes for UA, finds it! Finds Edward as well, it's a double kill. Liquid going for the after Lord kills. Light should probably die, has to use tech charge to get away, but Demon Kite gonna be caught instead. Alright. There's the signature Liquid zoning. You would think that after they committed Cho and Farsa ult without killing the Yuzong, they would have already lost that. But this is why Liquid has always stood out as a team. Once they've spent their resources, they let Aurora commit to the Lord, and then punish afterwards from the flank. Because this is only the first Lord of the game, it's actually quite easy to handle. So Liquid is willing to give that up in exchange for some kills to reverse momentum. They know they can't let Carl TZ get too close when all the tanks are in their face, so they let them back off a little bit and then take advantage of the retreat formation of Aurora to cause chaos. I wouldn't say it's very Liquid to give JP Cho. That's probably the least Liquid part of the draft. I think out of everything, that is the least Liquid part. Most of the other picks are like pretty standard Liquid. Cho is the only like unusual choice. They were probably expecting Aurora to go Assassin based on the way they banned. But then the Baxia came out, so Cho is a little less efficient overall.
Looking at this though, it's interesting because with the
and yes, Harsha says JP's Cho is very weak because he is not keyboard. JP is being full committed on here. Oh, nice. That was clean. That was clean, honestly, from JP. I feel like we can't watch that and say like, oh, his Cho is not good. That's solid. Not a lot of people can do that.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be good. Again, nothing is. That was like a move, right? To try to make something happen before the Lord comes up. If that doesn't happen, then they just continue to farm up, get to where they need to be. You can see there's on both sides there's a difference in terms of.
So Liquid still pretty even in terms of gold, but we can see that they have regained a bit of map control. The two things that Liquid is aiming for with this draft is gold lead and map control, basically. If they're ahead in gold, they just naturally win most fights because their heroes do a lot of burst damage and are largely independent. But if they're not able to achieve that, then the next best thing is map control, right? They achieve this with Mountain Shocker, they achieve this with high mobility heroes that don't need to be grouped together. That's why I was saying earlier they should be trying to play for macro instead of contesting Lord. But it also translates in different angles of attack. The more map control you have, the more different directions you can hit Aurora Gaming from. And since they are a front to back composition, it means that if you are able to find the back without the front, then you can handle it quite well. That's usually how things work. That's why skirmish compositions tend to match up well into front to back. War Axe on Doming, not too unusual. It's not unusual at all for a Granger to go War Axe, especially if they expect fights to last a little bit longer, which they will, since this is Granger Kimmy. So JP is keeping an eye on Doming. Oheb in the mid lane, Carl is pushing up top, and this is exactly how Liquid should be playing, right? Full macro control. Even though the Lord is up, they only really have Sanford handling it. They're even sending their jungle to the opposite side of the map to push, to try and split up Aurora's resources as much as they can, since without having 4 or 5 people in the fight, it's very difficult for Aurora to actually contest. Now Sanford needs to survive here, which I think he will. So Liquid is still in control. Why is my stream freezing so much? Is that me or is that the stream? I get the feeling it might be me. Oh, do I have to ×2 it again?
That's a turret up top, no?
Yeah, so that's gonna be a free tower up top just for nothing because of the way that Liquid has been playing so far. Right? Because Aurora cannot afford to split up their resources. The moment someone appears up top, Liquid can just blitz the Lord, and Aurora knows it'll take them too long to come back. And Cho is constantly making sure that Dominkai cannot walk up easily for free. He always needs to have someone next to him to protect him just in case he gets kicked. So now Aurora's trying to commit to the Lord with 5 man. Mountain Shocker sees everything. The Yuzong will find the kick onto Doming in the backline, causing chaos in the ranks. Sanford eating some damage. Feathered Airstrike finds Edward. Carl gets the Lord. Demon Kite goes down. They lose Sanford, but his job is done at this point because the rest of Aurora is so low. They'll find him. But it is a double for Dominkai. Dominkai had a good positioning there. They tried to create as much havoc as possible to pick out the Granger, but they weren't able to. So even though Liquid piloted that fight very, very well, they didn't get their ultimate prize of stopping Doming from stacking up Sky Piercer. Ooh, ooh, whoa, whoa, playing a dangerous game right there. Okay. I'm gonna 2x it again, just to make sure that we're actually caught up. In case anyone is watching this on YouTube, being able to 2x speed does not mean that I am not live, by the way, for anyone who might be unfamiliar with how YouTube works. You can actually catch up with how live the stream is by going 2x speed, and then it'll automatically go back to 1x speed once you're actually up to date.
One of the big things he has to do.
Holy Granger sidestepping left and right. Yeah, Dominkite's solid on these types of heroes.
It's a credit to the lineup that Aurora Gaming.
But Liquid has finally gotten the gold advantage that they were looking for. I feel like Doming should just sell War Axe for some more pure damage. What, you want him to go BOD or something? I actually think that War Axe is the right item. Because it gives him a lot. I feel like he wouldn't have survived this fight without War Axe.
That means Edward barely had the help that he needed to capitalize on that petrify.
Oh, Light was late on the tech chart. Yeah.
Or at least he wouldn't have been able to do as much. His positioning was very good. He had very good positioning, but it's also largely attributed to the way this composition works. Every other hero is a sacrifice for Yue and Dominkai. And even Yue himself is a sacrifice for Dominkai. We say that Liquid's comp is very Carl-centered, but Aurora's comp is actually very Doming-centered. Sustain doesn't mean anything when this team is getting shredded. It also gives other stats, you know, like movement speed and stuff. All of that does end up being quite valuable. Not to mention that BOD has a diminishing returns against heroes like Uranus and CC.
Domikite's been doing really good at his positioning.
So I actually think this is the right build to go in this game. If anything, the rest of his tanks need to be building more full utility.
Is again the work that JP has to do to potentially get a purified down. Now, even with this is staying true to our flying cloud time, by the way. I think it was 19-ish minutes.
So 18 minutes now already.
Have all the maps.
Man, it doesn't really feel like it's been 18 minutes, and yet it has.
The draft, we were like, oh, this is not going to be a good game for the Eastern Chin and Farsight against the Dragon. The Dragon's the one struggling.
Yeah. But how well Carl, TZ, and Sanji have just been handling him, the threat, and what everything that Team Liquid has done to diminish the effect.
So yeah, I think that Edward might need to switch into full tank. It doesn't feel good as a Yuzong, but he's already dropping off in utility at this point. So I think the most value he can actually provide is being a setup and like damage sponge.
Carl TZ has been able to just kind of out-farm and out-jungle Demon Kite in terms
Aurora's still gonna be very good in direct sieging situations, right? Objectives are still difficult to contest unless Liquid is able to find good angles. Base defense is also gonna be difficult. So Sanford's... Oh, the tech charge missed! That's a big miss! JP cuts the fight in half, but then Aurora Gaming reforms. Sanford has to back off a little bit. In the bot... Wait, what's happening in the bot lane? Why is Edward over there? Yuzong's gone!
Not low enough for Aurora to force it out. TL.
Liquid cut him off before he could collapse on the fight. JP gets the kick on Demon Kite, allows Carl to get the lore for free. JP will lose his immortality. He'll walk away. The nice knock up, but Sanford gonna get taken down, and Aurora surrounds Carl. He's dead. The double kill. And now they're looking for Oheb. Triple kill for the Granger.
Kite with the moves all game on this Granger. They only lose Edward. He was
That is a big swing. Liquid was playing that very well up until that point.
They just have to clear out this lane.
The tech charge missed. They killed the Yuzong, but they just couldn't find the Granger. This Cho is not having a good time, unfortunately. Because a proper AoE setup tank would be making a bigger difference, I think. He sold boots for BOD, alright. I still think that War Axe is worth having. It's better to sell boots for VOD than War Axe. Because having War Axe means that you can actually afford to sell your boots. So yeah, Aurora with a front to back comp is very good at sieging bases, very good at defending bases. When it comes down to objective contestations, it's very difficult to compete with the effectiveness of this kind of formation. And because, like, Carl just couldn't get to the backline, right? You could see him trying to go for the backline and then Light catches them out. Liquid cannot be fighting like that. They need to be finding people isolated the way they did with Edward.
When Light decides to go ahead and tech charge, you know that UA is there with him.
So yeah, full build now, 60 Sky Piercer stacks. Liquid needs to kill Doming Kite once or twice to keep themselves in this. To comfortably be able to put themselves in a position where they can push to end. Because as long as Doming Kite doesn't die, Aurora will control this game.
I'd recommend Rora's build here for Doming Kite. I mean, take a look at the Hunter Strike first item. He knows exactly when the timer.
Hi Cube, hello, welcome to the stream. How you doing?
Generally going to be like Turtle 3 mid game onwards after laning phase, because just the Hunter Strike gives you so much more mobility, especially when you're forced on the Purify.
So no matter where this Granger goes, Light will follow, basically. Every single other player on this team is a sacrifice to make sure Doming Kite does his thing. Sanford jumps in to try and distract, but they found Sanji. Immortality gone on the far side. JP not able to find once again. Sanji goes down. JP gets the kick, but not in the direction he wanted, so Doming is perfectly fine. Carl TZ gets found. Petrify in the tri-brush. He will be able to get away, but he had to use Mountain Shocker to do it. And you can see that Liquid's in a really awkward state now. Very, very awkward state. Aurora actually could win this. And then my prediction will be wrong straight away because I thought this was gonna be a sweep. Haha. Every single time.
So TL wants to probably delay this as much as they can, but Sanji is so far away, 20 seconds.
Lord being contested, JP looking for Sanford, not really able to stand in front and buy time the same way he did anymore. They're gonna try and 50-50 this. They get the kick on Demon Kite. Doming!
Gets the Lord as Carl
He gets the Lord! He gets Carl! This game is over. This is GG. This is actually GG right here. UA will get that kill. 3 members of Liquid will be able to escape. But Carl and JP are down for nearly another minute. Lord's gonna push in. They will lose at least the mid inhibitor right from this, I'm pretty sure. Sanford's dead. Not quite, okay, he gets away. But Oheb, why are you over there? He buys items. He's going for quick item swaps, but there's no way he survives this. He's right under the damage range of UA. Lord crashes in, inhibitor's gone. Oheb should not have died there. If Oheb was alive, they might have been able to defend, but no, he just threw himself in. That's GG right there, guys.
Aurora Gaming Philippines secure game 1.
And they do it. They get first
Wow,
blood.
unexpected start right there, guys. I think the show did end up being a mistake. I actually do have to agree with you guys. The show was probably a misdraft. Because they thought that it was going to be an assassin and then the Cho would be able to do a lot. But Aurora went into full front to back. 3 tanks, 2 backline DPS. And there was just no real way for Liquid to dive into it.
By these two,
GG. Good game 1 there from Aurora. I gotta say, I underestimated them.
During team fights, but at the end it boiled down to the fact
JP let his inner balance kick in. I think I feel like it's not to that level.
It's way easier to make work. And when Liquid can no longer posture, position, and
it's kind of mean to say this about Valens since he's, you know, our own player and I like Valens a lot, but JP was not playing nearly as chaotic as Valens. This was not a case of JP not being able to pilot Cho well. This was a case of it not being a good Cho game, actually. This was not a good Cho game.
Maybe TL's lower bracket run. I know there's still a game ahead of us. Don't want to get ahead of myself here.
Possibly 2 more.
Valens or something else.
But this was
I really don't know what to say about Valens, I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
There was individual lanes, different things happening across the lanes, some leads built up like we mentioned with Carl TZ, specifically on the
I think he's just a little bit like out of meta overall.
It was Rora's ability to really protect.
JP isn't proactive, so I don't know why I gave him Cho. JP is proactive. Look at him when he's playing like Hilda and stuff. But Cho requires a slightly different touch.
Is probably one of the better picks that Light has.
Excuse me.
Make those massive tech charges like we saw. Maybe
So,
the timing on one of them.
my predictions are like wrong straight away, I think.
Great job at just kind of starting those fights up and
Oh shit, I forgot to post them on TikTok. I posted them on Facebook and then I didn't post them on TikTok. What the fudge, dude?
Yeah, there were so many times.
It's fine, I'll post it now.
Easy, meaning that he had to use the traceless to get out or maybe even enter.
It's because I was thinking about whether to stream or not. I posted it on Facebook like right before we went live. Hold on.
And this is something that Aurora likes to ensure in all of their picks, that all of their picks will have a big impact. We talked about the CC and the fact that they eventually swerved into it to playing fighter, which made a lot of sense. But we really didn't feel the CC as much in terms of the team fights, even with the curtain calls being perfect. At the end, Oheb was just being minion wave manager alongside Carl TZ.
Yeah. There's something we brought up in the draft as well, right? When we saw the CC,
Hold
I
on.
really like the combo. It doesn't really feel like there's a combo there. It just feels like another hero you pick just as a distraction so that Sanji and Carl get
I mean,
more
just
space.
do
But the
some
fact of the
stuff
matter is,
real
there's
quick.
just too much crowd control on the other side. So the CC, especially with Vengeance, it gets really, really tough for you to do anything in the team fights. And even in that final moment where the Lord was pushing in, he was just trying to divert attention. That's the best thing you could do on a CC with Vengeance at that point of the game, because if you just stay in front with the Evolved Lord, you're not shredding anyone.
Dono caught Lakian, yeah. I feel like that's been happening a lot.
What would have been better to bring into that gold lane specifically, and yeah, I think that was a really difficult thing for them.
So yeah, I'm gonna post this now. It's very funny because I'm gonna be posting my predictions after game 1 has ended and they're just wrong.
Ways to
Hold on, let me choose a BGM.
fight down, but then catch who you need to catch from Doming or UA, and that seemed to be
Okay.
the case as we went through the game and we look at the MVP here. Gonna be Doman kind of, I'm assuming, yeah, just a great game, 8-1 and 5 on this Granger.
Yeah, it's not
Okay,
just
just
because
gonna
he got
post
that
that
stat
real
line.
quick.
It's the lineup was built for him. If
Yeah.
he messed up, Aurora and Liquid definitely would have felt it.
Okay.
But he didn't mess up.
Yeah.
He stuck to
Time
the
to edit it before you
Oh,
post
he
it. I
only
already
did
posted it on
once.
Facebook,
Maximize
so
his piercers.
I'm
That's
gonna
the building
maintain
that
my,
he
you know,
won.
my
This
truth.
was a well-deserved MVP.
I will
He went
maintain
from
my
his
truth.
individual decision-making
This is what
to
I
a
posted.
bigger
This is what I
effect
was prepared to
when it came
post.
to the game.
It's wrong straight away, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Where are we gonna start? Right into this actually first Lord.
When he plays setters, he
We
always
start
waits
here,
for his
and, you
team
know,
to
this
set
is-
up some kind
this
of
is a
plays.
constant dance,
I
think,
agree.
which has
You know what? I'll agree with that.
objective
That
is
actually is kind of a Liquid weakness, actually.
got that advantage
That could
with
be a
the
Liquid
pushing
weakness.
across
Oh,
the
Naisu
map.
is the analyst?
Slaps down on here. So imagine
Interesting.
this fight breaks out for Aurora, and their learning process from this, you know, and this is where Domikai, keep an eye on Domikai here. He's got so much space to work with. He's clumped up with the rest of the team. Great initiation.
You know, I feel like I need to ask MPL next season to put me as analyst more.
And then they just capitalize on it. And even this, again, OHEB can't really escape from this, you know, and that's...
Yeah, I think I should ask MPL to put me as analyst more next season. Because I'm gonna be honest, I think we're lacking analysts out of everything.
They get a couple more kills, and it was just... Again,
Like, ever since Wolf stopped them casting actively, we haven't had a lot of those, I feel like.
Yeah, and
Like, I think it's just really
as the game
Gideon,
went on,
mostly.
Aurora, every time they saw Sanford's Uranus, they were just like, hey, we shouldn't be shy with just
You could do an edit on the post to make it look funny. Put a slash. Oh.
For the Cho, meaning that there's gonna be no one to help protect the back line.
That would be like a
Every time they saw
story,
that
if
Uranus,
anything.
Blast him. Yeah, we're not gonna kill him, but at least we're forcing out this consecration.
It wouldn't be a post, it would be a story. I guess I could do that. Nah, I'm lazy. Hello, Judah. Welcome to the stream. There is another thing that I want to do, though.
Oh, he's slow. Okay, let's
There is another thing that I need to do.
because they went for a composition that is
The playoff profiles for
very difficult.
knockout stage. Remember when I said I was going to do this, guys? Yeah, this is mainly why I was thinking, like, wasn't there supposed to be a break between Swiss stage and playoff?
And then it was just
I thought that I would have like one day of break to do this,
down for so long. If they get evolved Lord,
but apparently we just jumped straight into knockouts.
that's why it just got so.
So I didn't have enough time to do this. So you can see these are the same templates that I use for MPL and Y. And I just haven't had the time to do it because yesterday was the end of Swiss stage and then we straight away went into playoffs. So I guess we'll probably be doing this. I'll probably be doing this between games today.
Have something with more oomph. I see. I think like an Alice.
Yeah.
And so I'll probably just take the chance to do this between games.
Some impactful upgrades, your performances. Finally, someone got the real.
Alright, so
outside of Gideon.
unfortunately I don't have the players pictures for all the teams, so I'll probably need to do it something like this, right? Just have the team logo blown up in the center.
You know, brag about the AI gaming codes and technical skills features.
Unless there's pictures of the teams.
Macros, being able to guide your strategy and elevating your execution.
Are there pictures of the teams?
When it was stuck inside
Hold on.
Gideon, but so I'm glad that you guys got it out of him.
That's right. I forgot that it was inside Gideon.
M7 team photos.
Specifics on how that happened, but hey, for predictive performance, it's the complete package. You play
Surely there's like a list
Pro, the M7
of like
gaming phone.
M7 team like shots, right? Like this sort of thing,
Ad-lib segment. You know what? It's time.
right?
Highlight Naisu, but hey,
Surely there's like a library of these somewhere.
You gotta do
Does
that.
anyone know?
it's gonna be me.
Cause it will always look better if I actually have like the team there rather than just the logo.
Buddy, that is me. That
Hmm.
is me. Here at the M7 World Championship, I'm here to cheer you.
I don't think Wikipedia would have it.
Sometimes you can call me V-Chan, but did you know that V, that's me, a fluffy blue card-shaped entity, is here for the teams to cheer? Because, hey, you know what, you can bring me anywhere. Because V's vision
I don't think they would have it on Wikipedia. Wikipedia doesn't really do that normally.
everywhere, forever. I'm
Yeah,
here
they
at
just
M7
do
to experience
this.
The world of gaming and esports alongside all the amazing ML. Wait, put that in me. I need that. Put that. That completes my final form.
I don't know if it be.
Yeah, we don't have. I would like to have the team photos would be really nice. Team group photos.
Me, the real MVP. You get it? Get it?
How come the Realme phone looks so much like I don't know, Honestly, I don't feel like I should be saying that even.
We'll actually put it.
I guess
Final
this
form, you need
might
to-
work.
Yeah.
It's totally
Like on the M7 IG page, right?
The M7 pass.
As the M7 IG page probably has pictures of all the teams like this, right? Hold on. Oh wait, no, this is a different page. Do they have pictures of all the teams? Doesn't look like it.
Guys, the Cosmic Finale Prime Skin form, the M7 figurine, by the way.
Let me go look at MLVB Esports.
Hey, there's more. There's another free skin you can
What?
get. Ganacontra's Solar Spark.
What?
for free.
Surely they have pictures of all the teams.
5 Yuzhong skins.
Somewhere.
M Championship.
There's gotta be like a post
Return. Don't miss out on these
where they like listed out all the teams initially
Dude, I know it's our last day here next
that I
week.
can just like use.
We have to have
Did they not?
in tennis.
Oh yes, please. Yes,
Now we
please.
get it. That's what's been missing this whole time. We don't have the figurine to show off.
Yeah.
Now we have V though.
Oh, we have V.
V can probably.
It would have been before M7 started, so I guess I have to go down a little further.
You swipe the card and
He's
you buy him.
Yeah. He's technically global, by the way. He's number 1 global.
He's #1 global.
Yeah.
You can use it for everything. And
Yeah. And he's always the MVP.
You know what? You can probably use your Visa card to get the.
They just have these
the
videos.
M7 pass.
You should.
Darn.
If you have Visa, make that purchase now.
Well, I guess I could just do the team logos.
Yeah, while you're playing your money, if you don't have a Realme, buy yourself a Realme too.
Yeah.
Money is meant.
But I definitely, like, hold on.
drinking your Red Bull.
What if I look for specific teams, right? Like, what if I look for M7 SRG?
Oh.
Hire us.
Will they have a photo somewhere?
Game number 2. I think we're all in the agreement here that when it comes to the picks, there's only one.
I mean, I guess I could just grab random ones, right?
More impact on the sandbox.
I guess it wouldn't be. I guess it would be fine if I just grab like random photos from here and there.
The M6 Bruno.
Like if I just do
the
this.
M7 Claude, it's pick or pass. Comment down below. Was it M6 Bruno or M7 Claude?
You want to say it together?
Oh yeah.
Go to count of 3.
1, 2, 3.
M6 Bruno.
Yeah.
Alright,
Like
you
if
guys
I do
saw
that, I just like grab that,
M6 Bruno. That was A, right? So there should be a lot of A's in chat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think.
and
A
then
for sure, dude.
I
Like, the Claude is broken.
come
but
over
the
here and do
A
that.
was like, damn, dude.
Bruno was different, especially.
Why are people saying B, dude? Recency.
I'm not sure if it looks
I
very
think Some
good.
people just forgot how
Yeah.
broken Bruno was that they had.
I
to
don't think it
release a
looks
patch
very good.
mid
Maybe I should
tournament
just stick with the
just to
logo.
make sure people stop spamming Bruno.
Everybody saying B. You're a new gen, bro. You forgot about M6, man.
You forgot about Malefic Gun Bruno.
You forgot about Malefic Gun Bruno,
Hmm.
brother. I don't know what to say to you guys. I'm disappointed, yo.
It was a legitimate.
Yeah, it needs to be M7.
It's rare. I think it's one of
Like
the
our production
2 or
would have
3
pictures of
times
SRG, but we wouldn't have everyone else.
international tournament.
The thing is, like, the Claude, we've seen counters to it. Like,
Yeah.
Innocent played the Sora, we saw the Freya.
Do I want to do it like this?
Alright, we tried Granger. Bonked. We try, the only thing that worked was actually Layla.
Layla.
But even then, are you willing to risk going on Layla twice?
Yeah.
Right? It's not really a, nope.
Like I could do this sort of
Wasn't it?
hold on, I'm gonna delete this because this is not the right logo anymore.
Got stomped as well against
Yeah.
Bruno. Yeah.
Where is my M7 logo file?
Right,
Here we
yes.
go.
Yeah.
Then you would see everything come up, right?
It's kinda like the Claude right now.
Yeah.
Like I could do something like
Bruno's
Yeah, definitely Bruno. By the way, we're going again on Flying Clouds. So
like
expect
this.
another 20-ish minute game here.
Another long game. I mean, it makes sense because of the clouds. Teams
Yeah.
are more hesitant to continuously be aggressive. It's like, hey, that guy can easily come back through a cloud. And
Nah, maybe I do just stick to the logos. It would be easier for me as well. Cause now I'm just blocking. I just blocking Stormy real good.
Trying to open the Claude, man. I think that's the plan here for TL, especially being on the blue
or
side.
just it.
Yeah. There's a again. With
Or what if I
the
put them in
blue
front?
side first
No,
person
that doesn't
block,
look good.
you
Okay, yeah. I'll just stick to the logo, fudge it. Alright, looks like the draft is starting though, so we'll continue this later.
Occasional like Joe pick, first pick. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Alright.
But I think they want to see if Aurora will go ahead and ban out the Cloud or not.
I like the Yuzong ban, by the way. Hilda as well.
Okie dokie. So,
There's a lot of trades. I wonder if we're gonna see
next
the
game,
latest
next
stuff
game.
out
Let's see if Aurora can actually...
there.
Dude,
It was neither banned nor
Dude.
banned in the last one. They were just
I
like,
just kind of thought about this. Imagine if Aurora actually wins.
what if?
right? And then they send Liquid down to the lower bracket round 1.
Still open right now. Eve, low Eve.
Like, every other team that drops into the lower bracket would just be screwed from that point onward, right? Like, if Liquid is in the lower bracket, it's like any other team that drops to the lower bracket is like, well, guess we're effed, you know?
I mean, there's the Eve ban.
So they would much rather
Cube asks, Stuff, any news you can share about MPL NY next season being franchised, and what do you think will change from previous seasons?
I think they
A lot will change. A lot will definitely change, especially the teams themselves, because I got some news recently. I heard some stuff where very, very few of like the MPL NY, like the current MPL NY teams from last season are actually going to be in next season, right?
since you have the YSS,
Like, we already knew that Malaysian teams were not going to be getting all that many slots when next season started, but from what I've heard,
getting themselves
we might end up having even less
wondering if
Malaysian teams than expected. That's all I could really say for now.
okay, he's gonna go Lancelot. This is what we were asking yesterday, you know, the Lancelot was slept on.
Alright, anyways.
Oh, and it's so this is how do you feel about this,
What?
Virgo? I mean,
Let's see what's going to happen now. This is going to be game 2
I'm sticking to it, man.
between Liquid and Aurora. Aurora currently 1 game up, which is quite a big surprise. Liquid is now on the blue side. They ban out the Grok, Fred, and Zusin. So once again, focus towards early game and getting rid of Demon Kites, Fred Rinpick. And then Aurora gets rid of Sanford's Yuzong, gets rid of the Eve and the Hilda to make sure JP is not able to be as active as before. We got the Claude first pick, which is to be expected, and then Carl's gonna be on his signature Lance. So Liquid is going to straight up signature picks, heroes that are guaranteed to work no matter the situation. Whereas Aurora steals away the Yi Sun-shin, but they have an high-lows. So we know that between the two teams, Aurora likes playing front to back, right? Aurora has a tendency to play more standard drafting overall. I do like the Lunox. There's not a lot of marksmen that are able to keep up with Claude nowadays, so I don't really know what Aurora is going to be putting in the gold lane. But since now they have Yi Sun-shin Lunox, they can actually go fighter gold lane as well, right?
it's already in place.
So you could go something like Esmeralda to try and bully Claude right away in lane before he's able to start becoming strong.
That space that's needed with the Lancelot and the Claude to
Of course, heroes like Sora are still open, but I get the feeling that these teams don't actually prioritize Sora that much.
But now you have to think, all right, what do they
Banning Lo Yi is kind of necessary anytime you're playing against Liquid because Sanji just does things with it.
Because the Hylos is taken, they are the ones that banned out the Grok. So
And then the Harif gets banned. So Harif is one of the gold laners that might give Claude a hard time early on. Claude obviously outscales Harif once you get into the late game, but in the early game, Harif can actually lane okay. So Liquid wants to get rid of those, especially since there's already a Lunox. Having that much magic damage to deal with is actually quite annoying. Farsa is taken out, so Sanji has a lot less artillery fire to work with Eve and Farsa gone. And then the Arlet. Arlet's interesting. But it is a hero that can match up against Uranus fairly okay. So there is going to be an Esme, and I like that the Aurora picked it here because Esme can go into both EXP and Gold, and actually doesn't have a bad matchup at all against either Uranus or Claude, so Aurora is already guaranteed at least one lane prio, while still flexing their other lane. So far, Coach MTB doing a really good job actually. I'm really liking the way that he's drafting this. He's keeping it standard, not leaving too much to variance since he knows he's against Liquid. Obviously they have experience playing against Liquid since this is the Grand Finals matchup. But Lilia, wow, okay. Lilia's win rate has just not been good in M7. Like, has Lilia won any game in M7? JP on Khalid means that he is able to start being active and invading again, but Khalid against Hylos doesn't actually have the best time. And now they have Lilia. Lilia's good against Hylos and Esme, but not really against everyone else.
I'm gonna take so much damage from this Lilia. What am I gonna pick?
I like the pick for TL.
I guess they're trying to make it so that Aurora can't play like the triple frontline comp like before, right? So they're basically telling them you can't go fight. Oh!
There you go. That's the answer.
That's your answer to your question.
Oh!
TL did not think this was gonna happen.
Aurora won this draft.
That's why they didn't ban it.
This is an Aurora draft. This is Aurora's game to win. This was beautifully picked.
For Oheb, dude.
Really solid lineup. I feel like Liquid actually had to go back to heroes that were just comforts and not necessarily the best answers. Damn!
So it's like,
This is a really good draft from Aurora actually. They have lane prio in both gold and EXP lane. They do have tanky heroes that might have difficulty against Lilia, but they have Lunox and Yi Sunshin to make up for it. Not to mention that Freya can die from the backline, so Lilia might have a difficult time setting up. And Liquid just doesn't have that much crowd control, actually. Right, when you look at Liquid, they don't have much crowd control. They have Uranus and Khalid. And that's it, right? Uranus is no util other than soaking damage. Khalid needs to land Raging Sandstorm to make anything happen.
A game number 3. Lots of questions, but right now,
Liquid needs to play around Oheb. That's the only way they win this. They play around Oheb and Carl. Otherwise, from a draft perspective, Aurora just wins on almost all fronts here.
might be looking at and knowing just Dominkite in general as he likes to lane. He likes to just duel it out, you know, and so expect that. With
Oh my god, Seth! Oh my god!
Almost a solo kill up top.
Holy shit, that was close.
Wow.
If Sanford died there, that would have been bad. But even now, it's already kind of bad. Esme is such a good lane matchup against Uranus at level 1 and 2. So we can see that JP is gonna try and support Carl. They're gonna try and invade, but it's a Hylos. You're not really going to be able to affect Demon Kite that much. Unless Light just decides not to help him for some reason. And then Doming should win against Oheb as well.
It's good for the Freya.
It's good for the Freya.
Weapon mastery too. I think this is the first
Dodo, I'm gonna ask you, is this a sign for me to try out Freya Gold? You can if you want, but it's not gonna work every game. It is the type of hero you want to build around a little bit.
I remember Al would pack weapon mastery with it.
Both teams have pretty solid late game scaling. Liquid probably scales... Actually, not really even. Liquid doesn't really scale all that much better because Aurora also has really good late game. They've got 3 late game heroes. Liquid has 2. One of those heroes is the best late game hero in the game right now, Claude. But does that make up for it enough? You basically have to play perfectly. So yeah, Aurora wins this draft on all fronts. The only way they lose is if they lose. If you know what I mean, you know? If, by the way Kuruel puts it, if the Choke Aurora comes back, that's the only way they lose this game, I think. If they play this correctly, if they play it the same way they did game number 1 and just be careful of Sanji, they have the advantage in almost every aspect. Well, here's Mount Shocker. Demon Kite comes in. Sanji has to use Black Shoes straight away. JP is in the bush, gets taken out. Demon Kite gets the turtle. Oh wait, Light gets the turtle. That's a bit funny. And then instantly the transition to stealing purple buff. And Liquid can't do anything about it.
This is a big win at the start of the game.
Is Aurora gonna sweep Liquid? Dude? What the fudge? Hello Blunder, welcome to the stream, how you doing?
It's still showing that this team fight potential right now is gonna
They need to focus Oheb's lane. Liquid needs to just give up on the map and focus Oheb's lane. Yeah, I think they should kill Domain Kite here, which is good. I think JP might have to do something similar to pub roams. You know? You might have to play similar to just like a ranked roam and just babysit gold lane. Because I don't really know if you're winning anywhere else. The only way they can like keep themselves in this is if they make sure Oheb is out farming every carry on the side of Aurora. If Oheb can out farm all of Aurora's carries, Liquid can still win. Because Claude is just that busted right now. Did I miss Alter Ego versus Onyx? Nope, that's happening at the end of the day. That's the last match actually, this is the first.
With Oheb, but Oheb having that kill already kind of helps him cover that ground, so it'll be interesting.
Sanford got blue?
Breaks out. Right now, Hunter Strike being locked in.
Really?
For Demon Kite.
Probably Liquid has some plan, or this is part of their plan.
So, and nothing too much.
They have some plan, yes. Liquid always has some plan, but
With the grok,
this was definitely not their first choice, if you ask me.
before with a Khalid, you can really set that favorable team fight up if you get that Raging Sandstorm the way you want to, but it's also good in a way that...
When is SRG going to fight? Third game.
Using that quicksand guard if you have to, but right now it just seems like Aurora Gaming is going to be poked down and deal with this poke. Turtle's up. There it is.
Okay, they land on Demon Kite.
Sanford not gonna use a flicker.
Oh, and Sanford with the flicker in, he picks him up. Very good. That's exactly what Liquid should be doing. Sanford should be able to survive. UA doesn't have enough damage yet. Carl gets a free turtle while all this is happening. UA has to back out. Aurora's getting dived. Alright. Good. These are the things that Liquid needs to be doing. They need to take advantage of this timing before Aurora hits the mid-game spike.
Coming out of nowhere, Sanford covering for him to secure the kill onto Demon Kite. This
And before Demon Kite can really exert too much pressure in the jungle. Light is very good at defending against JP. But if he has to defend against the entire team of Liquid, then that's difficult.
Away from Demon Kite.
Carl is able to steal a buff in return, and he has outfarmed Demon Kite.
Right now, that advantage for Carl TZ.
So Liquid has actually regained control despite the difference in the draft.
That's not usually 2 and 2. You don't put that together, but in the hands of Sanford,
Where is all this gold difference coming from, actually?
very much of a
No one in particular, it's just all being built up, especially on JP, which is surprising.
Are they going for Demon Kite?
Is this a solo kill? Wait a second. JP goes back for the healing.
Oh, JP is perfectly fine. JP, I guess, is really good on these types of heroes.
In the bottom lane there, blazing duet to shift him away. Demon Kite again.
Ooh, alright, this is good. You see that Liquid knows that if they play ordinarily, they're not gonna be able to win. Oh, the flicker! Oh, him! He's dodging everything! Doming's trying to chase him, but he's so out of position! Oh no! Look at him spam recall over there! Oh no!
This
The
is
BMI, man. It's, I don't know.
This was not supposed to happen.
Considering that's afraid, the wings also.
This was not supposed to happen.
More Red Bull.
Aurora has the better teamfight comp by far, especially if they're able to scale to late game. But Liquid is so good at getting under your skin. It's very similar to SRG style. Or I guess in this case, SRG plays similarly to Liquid in the early game. Where it's like, okay, if we can't win lanes, we're gonna win somewhere else. We're gonna force you to be chaotic on the map. Oh, Edward able to flicker forward and find Sanji, but he's now very out of position. And I don't think that's worth it.
almost getting caught by Demon Kite's mounted chakra there, but a great BMI.
We might be seeing a little bit of Chungrora here.
The flicker just to get that.
They won this draft by all means, but there are certainly still weaknesses in it.
Desperate, I feel, because
And Liquid has correctly identified those weaknesses.
they are just dominating every part of the map.
Yeah, it's a 2-level lead between Carl TZ and Demon Kite.
Yeah, it's the same.
So this is exactly the situation where I said like Liquid can still win, even though I don't think they have a better draft.
Sentiments even seasons ago.
And a lot of it does come down to hero comfort.
I always love to see them face off in the jungle, but yeah, I have to agree with you guys. I think right now Aurora Gaming is taking a little bit too many risks, like we just saw from Domin Kite. And
I'm gonna ask you guys a question, right? I'm gonna ask chat a question real quick. Do you guys think that Demon Kite's performance on non-tank junglers is lacking?
Looking at the items here, you can see Edward. He's got only that enchanted talisman. He's got the boots working.
Because if you ask me personally,
Even on the other side,
I feel like it is.
That's a lot of damage.
Obviously, it's a bit hard to. Oh my god. It's a bit hard to compare to people like Carl TZ.
this feels like Demon Kite.
But do you feel like
game and is on
Demon Kite has just not been as good as
he doesn't
needed
have any space to work with.
on higher mechanic heroes?
Goes over on UA. Gonna force out the brilliance now. It will be able to be. I mean, they force it out. Sanford walks up, blazing.
So here comes the blazing duet. Edward goes down. Aurora cannot fight anymore, dude.
So much juggling.
How has Liquid outscaled? Oh my god, dude.
Taken low. Carl's gonna be walking up. Revitalize coming down now.
How has this happened? After I said that Aurora won every aspect of the draft.
Dude, I think it's just too
Dude,
much
this is
Aurora
insane.
Gaming. It's just like too much is going on the map. That's
Maybe I'm caster curse again. Remember guys when I said my caster curse is like if I like one team's draft better, they lose.
Why he has 6 kids now.
I feel like maybe it's coming back.
Gaming his kids this game. Again, it was the Khalid. Early on, dude, he's every.
Kuruel says I can kind of see he's lacking. Gin says I think he's better on utility. Yeah, maybe. TNZ is better than Demon Kite, Harsha says.
Demon Kite 4 levels behind.
I might agree with you.
You know, if it's been rough, getting your buffs, trying to.
I actually might agree with you.
It's probably not gonna happen. Look at this. Just kind of Demon Kite doesn't really.
Sanford almost died at level 1 in lane, and now he's an issue on the map. Liquid has upped the momentum so much because they they catch light. I think he might be dead. No, he just barely gets out. But he has to use the glorious pathway.
For them to get a free lord.
Damn.
Yeah, free lord secure.
Yeah, Aurora's lacking damage. They have a really good draft overall. They should have lane priority, but the problem is a lot of their heroes depend on lane priority to win, snowball, and scale into mid game for team fighting. So I think what Team Liquid has done here is they've identified that, okay, we can't really win the lanes, so we're not going to win the lanes. We're going to invade jungle because their heroes are best 1v1. We're going to push numbers advantage, invade jungle, take space on the map, and force them to not lane against us by playing macro pressure with waves. And it has worked so well. But it's so difficult to do that. This is turning into a stomp. Look at the damage. There's no damage from Aurora. Liquid is literally running them down, grouping up under all the AoE, and it's just not doing anything.
Flying Cloud bringing a light over, a little charge in from the Lord, but the shield's gonna pop. So they'll still hold on to the turret.
This is a comfort hero issue? I think so. On paper, Liquid's draft should not work that well against Aurora. Because again, they don't have lane prio. They can get invaded. But they just don't do that. Because they're playing comfort heroes, they can afford to play unorthodox. And they're comfortable with it.
It's crazy how Sanford standing there is what stopped Aurora from being able to successfully defend the tower in the bot lane.
Yeah.
Has to be very frustrating.
It's
right
things
now.
like this that really make you realize why Team Liquid has stood on the top for so long. Oh, Cartesi might be a mistake. No. Okay, he does that taken out. Dude, if he didn't get punished for that, I would have no words. But Cartesi trading for the inhibitor at 11 minutes is not bad. It's actually kind of worth.
Step one into this Chorus pathway.
Sanji is dead, 100%. No, he's not! He had black shoes and the blazing do and cut the... Dude, I need to stop talking. Demon Kite is dead. Double kill for JP. Double for Oheb, he's alive too. That's it, that's GG right there. This is the Liquid Stampede at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. Team wipe. 12-minute game from Team Liquid. Wow. I got no words. I feel like everything that I could have said has already been said. Team Liquid has shown the world why they are built different. Defying the odds with what looked like a perfect draft counter from Aurora. To show that there is still some depth in this game. Even though the meta is very draft dependent, if you know how to attack the weaknesses of certain lineups, they just fall like a tower of cards.
Handled laning so well. He handled eventually once it became the 5v5 team fights around the map. It was a perfect game for him. He went 3-0-4. It's so demanding of a Claude to be like, hey, first pick, it's a last pick Freya. The entire lineup of Aurora had the whole draft to readjust to this Claude, and they said, yeah, this Claude, this is our answer to it. But Oheb stayed perfect? That's crazy.
Yeah, looking at this again, they could.
Oheb Claude is too OP.
Pretty much this entire game.
Yep.
It started off with some mistakes.
I mean, Oheb's really good on most scaling marksmen. He just can't really catch up in terms of fighters.
I don't know, just interesting enough how fast the game scaled out of control. Demon Kite getting shut down. It was very reminiscent of what we saw in the grand finals in MPL Philippines, man. It almost
well, we're already starting the knockouts with a very interesting match, I will say, right? I think this is exactly what we be asking for in terms of team performance so far.
The team has to make a choice. Do we respond and help Demon Kite, or do we try to win somewhere else? But when somewhere else is also losing, it's really difficult to gain control back from that and to get yourself back into the game.
And three
Oh,
guys
hold
back at
on.
home, Freya before this game held a 3-0 record.
Darren sent me a
Alongside
link.
M7, where the Freya has
Let me
lost
have a look.
against the Claude. So now the record is 3-1.
Ooh.
And that shows the quality of the gold laner that OHEB actually is. Again, very demanding for.
Huh, interesting. Yeah, I guess I could have checked. I guess I forget I could check their YouTube page. They might have pictures, but I feel like I have to scroll quite far. Not to mention I don't really know how to slot them
The
in.
majority of the grand finals in season 16, which was Disrupt, Demon Guide, and Lights Flow.
And I gotta say, the concern that we had in the draft when they picked up the Freya came true. We were like, hey, this is a
Let me
good
scroll.
time. He played
And have a look. If they have pictures of all the teams, maybe there's a possibility.
all
Yes.
throughout the regular season.
But it probably still won't look very good unless I change the design of the layout a little bit.
I think the playstyle was a bit too much for him to adapt on the go.
Yeah, it was also just really good the way that I would say TL responded to the way that Domenkai was
I have to
playing.
scroll really far because all of that would have been at the start of the competition. And well, we're pretty deep into the competition now. Okay, we do have pictures here.
Plan for that too, and I think that was really good from them. Also, by the way, that also misconstrued the stats for Flying Clouds. That was a 12-ish minute game, man.
Yeah.
So
One of the fastest, if not the fastest flying cloud game we've had in M7.
Just to make fly.
Okay, Kurel says, here's the game plan for Aurora if I'm the coach. Make sure to force OHEB on Fighter Gold or on Comfy Picks. Try to make sure to get Demon Kite on Utility. And then ban Lo Yi.
clouds are water.
I get the feeling they might also have to ban JP's Hilda and Khalid is the thing.
I love Star Trek.
Like they specifically banned Hilda and Khalid last game even though they were going tank.
Because that's something Leo would usually do.
That's
And I can kind of see why now, I feel like.
The perfect way.
This is the sambal flavor of Grizzly Bear.
Okay, so here they have...
Look at who the
Okay,
MVP
okay,
is.
here's the rosters.
It was, chat. It was.
We got the rosters here. Maybe I can work with this.
It's fault. Daddy's home. 2-1 in
Let's
the
try. Let's see if I can work with this. Let's grab SRG again as an example.
Daddy's home.
There it is.
Damn, JP. Whoa.
Hey, hey, the Khalid man 2-1 and 6, but like I was kind of explaining this when we got into the game. I was like, you know, the Khalid that we see from whether it's
Let's
Light or
see.
JP, they kind of play it the same way. you
The
know,
thing
they're
is, if I want to use these, the best thing to do would be to cut them all out, right?
not only
Would
that,
be
but
to like
also
actually
the
Photoshop the
Samsung
teams
trailer.
out.
You gotta remember too how many times he was actually able to fade out.
I guess I could.
The positioning or the abilities.
Logically speaking, it shouldn't be too difficult since like the background is already quite like nicely separated from the player.
Wings clipped, ankles broken, and everything else.
Hold on, let me
You know, just
save the
it started with bull
pictures
crap, by the way, and then it went into that, and then it just fell apart further.
and make sure that they actually have all the rosters I want. So we have, oh man, these are all Web P. Okay, fine.
With hands here, so maybe we even see
Hold on.
Lilia pop up.
We have YG.
But I will say, you know, this is where they
We
decided
have
to just go ahead and
TL.
By the way, Demon Kite wasn't even part of that really big
CFU is
fight.
not here. We have
And again,
Onyx.
you're like, what, 7,000-8,000 gold behind. You don't
We
have
have
the defense lineup to
Aurora.
the defense that you need to fight that, even if you catch someone out there. So I'm really surprised that the call was to go. Maybe it was a
SRG.
last-ditch effort to just be like, you know what, let's just go for the Hail Mary play, basically. Try to make something to work, get a potential wipe out if
Spirit.
you can, but it backfired. It didn't work, and now they have to face off in a game 3.
Alter Ego.
Especially JP and Sanji together is we all know how fast Olivia can clear the lane.
Is that all of them?
Add a Caldito
Oh
there,
yeah,
that's
Aurora.
Instant clear and then you're gone.
Yeah.
But they actually paced themselves.
So that should be 8 teams, right?
Light and UA to get a little bit closer. And
1, 2,
then
3,
we're
4,
gonna
5,
deal some
6, 7, 8.
damage,
Yes.
while JP's
So
gonna go
now
back
I just
facing
have to
their
go
touch
and
rotating.
I just have to go and convert them because Web P
Now it's time for us to
doesn't really work in
move on to
Photoshop.
Kayla, actually, because she's got an interview on the audience.
Oh, we got an interview. I guess I'll go over there while I let this convert. Who's MVP? JP, apparently.
As well as Aurora from the Philippines. Right now, it's looking like a full house here in Exo Hall in the arena for M7. Our first days of the knockouts, and I think we're gonna get a little bit of a chance.
I like Eterna's
to
dress.
talk to
That's a
someone
nice dress.
who flew, maybe,
I want that as a
all
cosmetic.
here to watch this match. So we're gonna see who we should talk to.
Just ban Claude.
Okay,
Claude is
okay.
too OP. I
Hi.
agree.
Do you have a moment?
Especially since we have Oheb on the board, right?
Hi.
Hi,
What's your name?
my name is Calvin.
Damn, dude is tall.
Calvin. Calvin, where are you from?
I'm from Indonesia.
From Indonesia. All right. Jadi dari sini ke sini jauh nggak? Was it far for you to come here?
It's about 1 hour.
1 hour. All right. So it's not that far. It's not that far because I think we have some Filipinos in the building as well. But of course, you still came all the way here. Can we ask?
We're
why
still
you're
using the
here?
MPL ID venue for
Yes.
for the knockouts, huh?
TLPH or TLID?
Team Liquid.
Team Liquid. So in general, okay, he's a supporter of the Team Liquid organization. So right now we're looking at 1-1. TL came back in game number 2. How do you think about the match right now? What do you feel about the match?
It's so insane. I think in game 3, it will be insane.
I think she needs to hold the mic closer to him.
I think everyone agrees with that. Final message maybe to TL right now who are still trying to get that last point in.
Pardon?
Do you have a message? Ada pesan nggak untuk Team Liquid yang lagi bertanding sekarang?
For Team Liquid PH, fighting.
Fighting. All right. Thank you so
Eterna
much.
hair is very
Let's see if we
pretty.
can talk to
It is
someone
nice,
else
yeah.
before we
It's a good
go
look.
to our next game. Wow. All right. TLPH and Aurora. Hi. Can I talk to you for just a minute? Hi. What's your name? Oh, be careful here. What's your name?
I'm Angelo.
Angelo. Angelo. Okay, Angelo. So I'm guessing you came from the Philippines.
Yes, I came from the Philippines. All the way from the Philippines.
All the way from the Philippines. You flew here just for this match, or you've been here for a while?
I will be here for 10 days to the grand finals.
Wow, man's here to watch
Maybe the grand
everything.
finals. You
Okay,
think
okay.
TL or Aurora will make it to the grand finals?
Of course, I'm very confident. Two of our teams will be in the grand finals.
2 of their teams will be in the grand finals. What do you guys think about that? The Filipino fans are definitely raving right now. If I had to ask you to choose between both of these teams right now, who do you think will be moving forward in the upper brackets?
It's really hard, but my heart and my favorite team is TLPH.
All right.
But I'm supporting both of them since they came from the both country.
Of course, of course. So final message to TLPH who are still trying to get that final point in?
TLPH, I know you practice so hard. I know this match is also hard for you because we are fighting against same team in our country. But I'm hoping that you can make it.
Hoping you can make it. Once again, thank you so much, Angelo. I hope we get to catch up later on. But it seems like the players are ready. The casters are also ready. So we're going to throw it over back to them to break down this next game and to see who will take this next game. Will it be Aurora or will it be TLPH?
Alrighty, cool.
The Philippines was mentioned. I just have to.
Alright, back to what I was
What are
doing.
you doing?
So, let me go ahead and download
This.
all the pictures I just converted.
Just imagine the flags up there. It's like, I want that.
You're
shit.
in the theater?
Yeah, I'm in
Because
the
that's usually
theater.
where
Alright.
you stand up. Yeah, and they
so-
play the...
Grab all of these, throw them into the folder I made.
Yeah, so like you have to be there like before the trailers and
Yeah.
whatnot. So,
Alright.
yeah.
Speaking of, look at this guy.
Yeah, we got friends. We got Wolf there, but right now he's not a friend.
And then I guess I'm gonna need to...
It's the
I guess
place
I'm gonna
most
need
of
to
them
pull
play
out
MLB
Photoshop then.
online with your friends, colleagues, and esports club members.
I hope it's not too taxing PC-wise to have all of these programs open at the same time
You want a tribute?
while I am streaming.
MLB Diamonds, you MLB
Ugh.
Diamonds, so make sure you just download the Fairy Games app now and register your MLBB ID to start playing. Play for free until January 25th only, so get on that now.
So, what do you guys think is gonna happen for Game 3?
If you're looking for a
What's everyone's thoughts about what we might be what we might expect to happen next? Oh, you're using them? I guess so. I'll try. Hold on. Let me try and cut one out and see if it looks good. We'll use SRG as an example.
Like in game.
Okay, man.
Hey,
Man.
I'll try and cut one out,
Right in game. He did kind of bad.
and then if it looks good,
like a bad
I guess I can do it for the other teams as well.
Right, too.
playing
I was
Edith.
playing Edith, yeah. There's also a free, another free skin you guys can grab since you guys like free stuff. Gatacontra's electrifying solar
Let's
spark
see.
skin is free when you hit.
Gotta
level
make
30
sure to get
for 45.
gotta make sure to get all of their fabulous hair
45,
in the
that's
shot.
it.
Yeah.
Level up and claim your rewards. I wish I could do the, is it the
Slam.
The heroic
Slam.
entrance.
AOG.
But I can't get on the desk right now, bro.
Yeah, maybe we'll have Egets come back.
Yeah.
I wish Photoshop didn't just like grab everything when I'm trying to grab a little something extra.
Aware of this.
Oh, you weren't? We were all promised that it would happen.
Yeah.
But I think there's just a bit of scheduling conflict with EGIDS.
That's only for the premium subscribers out there.
No, it's for everyone for
Can't
free.
cut off
You
his
will be-
legs.
you will
Okay,
be
there we
restricted
go.
to
That
part
should
of
be
doing that.
fine.
Like stuff for free.
Exactly.
I think Aurora will be able to adjust, Xavier says. Okay, okay. Whoops, looks like this.
You have that tone.
They're
I think
catching
you guys
this,
like free
these
stuff.
lines.
I sounded exactly like that.
Because I don't know if I like free stuff, man.
Yeah. When you pay.
Because I don't trust it. Like,
Does it look alright? I feel like Stormy has a few things cut off. Let me...
And you ask why I never treat you.
I mean, it's annoying when it does that. It's so annoying when it does that.
I got ammo on you.
Damn.
I'll second
Like, come
guess
on,
it.
man. You don't have to capture everything just because I'm trying to get a little bit more.
Why are you giving me the cough?
Did you put pre-workout in this? Like, are you trying to give me the jitters during your cast?
Did you put Red Bull in my coffee? Because I want that.
Red Bull and coffee. I'm sure there's some
Damn it.
that you can buy.
God damn this.
Matcha, everyone makes something.
I don't
with
like matcha,
these days.
so I'll take an Americano with wings.
Oh man, this guy, he doesn't like matcha.
The color is too similar between their hair and everything else.
No.
Okay, that should be fine. We'll try that. Let's try
I
that.
think read the situation.
And
He
export
really wanted
this.
To go with you to the matcha place.
Yeah,
And you
dude.
were being a terrible bro by
come
saying
on.
SRG cut.
Listen, Arashi, do you want to show me the matcha?
And then we'll try
And what did he say?
throwing it in here.
You want it? I was like, I don't want it.
Arashi is Arashi.
Shout out to my boy.
He's a very special friend of ours.
He's a great guy. Bryden.
How does that look? You know what's kind of funny? They just straight up don't have Stormy's legs in the picture.
Matcha.
Take it to matcha and ask him to roll with you.
Yeah.
Oh wait, actually they do. They're just kind of cut off because there's an arrow.
He's number one in anime.
Hopefully we'll get to
How
see
does it
something
look?
better.
Does it look alright? Maybe not. Maybe you know what?
Maybe a little bit more something like
Maybe I do just use the logo and keep it simple, right?
to show up because he would honestly, if you're Aurora here and then you lose to
I don't know.
and then you get sent to the lower brackets, something about that just doesn't feel comfortable.
Okay, I think I missed a chunk of Skies' hair. But what do you guys think? Yeah, I know he's missing. Okay, fine.
At least be like, oh, we were so close to winning. All right, let's take it out on the next team we face.
Yeah, it kind of feels weird. I feel like it's literally that meme of, oh, here we go again. Like, if that ends up happening. They are
Okay.
on the blue side. They'll get
What do you guys think?
ban here. I'm more-
Yes, I know Skies' hair is missing. I just need you guys to tell me if it's okay.
We have continuously said, man, that
Like,
Clay has been
should I do it like this or shall I do it like
being picked here.
this, you know? Just have the logo alone.
Drafting her right now.
Yeah, we saw Cho over Kalea earlier as well.
Not bad.
And Kalea was still open.
I probably should just try and catch Stormy's legs.
Pick the CC for Oheb. I really hope they have a combo this time.
I think they're in draft. I should probably go
Very, very forced.
check that out. Shall I just keep the arrow in?
There's also something about
Because otherwise like a chunk of his legs is missing and it looks a bit weird.
they're not really going for the long all-ins against Aurora. All throughout the series, he's been.
Let's try keeping the arrow in and see if that looks alright.
Edward this time.
Are they gonna run it back? Yisun Shin Farsa? This time there's no Grok. Oh,
Yeah,
the Eve is open.
It's open, so
Yisun Shin Yi.
Yeah, honestly that should be okay actually, thinking about it.
Better against Yuzong.
it is. I almost wonder if they would even pick up the jungler right now. Like they don't. So far, they don't necessarily. Like.
I guess it's doable honestly.
Then the lands could be
I guess it's actually okay. But that means I'm gonna need to do this for like all 8 teams.
Jungle Karatizi usually has that upper hand in some way or another, so I think they'll decide if they want to go ahead and lock.
That means I'm gonna need to do it for like literally all 8 teams.
Before that jungle.
What I know is if they. Okay, they go Lance. What if they go Lance? Is this red 3 for Oheb? Because if it's not, then the next 2 bans are, I think, gonna be targeted.
And
down
put a
towards
drop
Oheb.
shadow.
Again,
Yeah, if I put a drop shadow, it looks better because it kind of takes out the blurriness of it.
Find the same comfort
Of
as
the
other
lines.
fighter golds do.
Yeah, and generally, if you're gonna be giving the use of,
Yeah, maybe I will.
you'd want
Man,
to
I'm gonna need to cut out every team, huh?
if you're on the red side
Okay.
first,
Anyway,
because
back to the draft for now.
the pool gets so small of heroes that can survive that dive to use. At least you pick it up now, so that you don't have to.
Hello,
worry
Lilo,
about
welcome
it,
back.
And then you just adjust your roam and EXP, so that that's one of your ways of handling the Yuzong bit. Yuzong and Cho together has been a combination rising up in M7.
Ooh.
They pick up the Kimmy and just like that, Kali
They-
instantly
ooh.
gets that rotational speed. So I think.
Oh, this is something right here.
Yeah, they're playing with an Eve, but they always have.
Game 3, Aurora back on the blue side, Liquid on the red side, but I feel like Liquid has a lot of heroes that they like.
So that Aurora aren't always gonna be in that.
Now Light is probably a little bit more consistent on Cho compared to JP.
Things around the map.
But against a Khalid, it's a little bit difficult for a Cho to really do things.
Control him within the jungle, but
And then they're picking Kimmy into Eve, which I'm not the biggest fan of.
being banned out here. This is gonna be very
Getting rid of Granger to make sure that Aurora can't go for the front to back with Granger.
picks yet, and we might
Fredrin is
see
taken out.
more Gold laners banned out.
If Aurora is going Kimmy, I get the feeling they probably want to play Baxia. Hello, Nat. Welcome to the stream. How you doing?
Yeah, maybe the Harith like, as a last.
Yeah, I feel like Aurora probably wants to play Baxia again.
Even for Sanford.
And that's why Liquid is banning heroes like Ranger. What other marksmen would they be worried about?
Honestly, not bad again.
Not that many actually, because like Ranger works with Kimmy because both of them are very long range.
If they ban carry, then it's
Hmm.
kind of like almost guaranteed. Then they pick up the Harith, they go Uranus last pick.
Yeah. The Uranus also
But I'm just
that
a little concerned here because the first half of the draft already looks very Liquid favored. Right? I think we can all agree on that. I feel like the first 3 heroes for Liquid already looks really good. Yeah, they should ban Esme. Because that is one of the Eve counters, so they don't have to worry too much about that anymore.
gold lane
Doesn't
pick.
this like push the Harith even more? Like, okay, we want Harith. We do not want to deal with Esmeralda.
Hmm.
You have the Eve with
You're at work and so far you've just been sitting here for 3 hours.
super sudden
Ain't that just how corporate life is?
with that Cho gold, which we most likely will not see. So yeah, if Aurora don't ban out the Harith, it's just gonna be a free one for Oheb.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's why I think they gotta really decide on this last ban. It's gonna be the glue.
Glue ban.
Utility jump roll. That's looking
I don't know how I feel about the glue ban. Yes, glue actually does okay in lane against Yuzong and causes a lot of trouble for Cho.
Lock that in.
But there's other heroes that could cause issues too, especially the Harith. The casters were literally just talking about him.
Do they have something ready for this?
Cole, yeah.
A signature for Oheb. Not a lot of gold laners that are able to deal with it.
Gonna be fast, man.
Esme is already gone from the pool.
Usually, someone
You could go Lunox gold,
Ruby Gold,
I guess.
if they see a
Ruby gold is not as solid these days.
I don't think it's that good though.
Sora is not banned, but doesn't feel like the right game for him. Though it is possible.
This is a tough decision for Aurora. What are we gonna end up
Valentina, Xavier thinks.
It's hard
To steal RWM alone doesn't seem good enough.
What's the Harith?
Joy.
The joy.
Joy into Harif and Lance?
Back to the Freya.
And then Freya.
Decides to go again.
Bro,
I don't like this draft too much.
If they really want to, right?
Yeah.
But I think now there's
I don't think this is a very good draft.
good reason to go full piece.
Obvious.
Yeah.
Lots of dashes. You're gonna be very happy.
Hmm.
So it's good they held on to the XP.
Now they're just looking for Sanford's hero.
Should be able to get prio in
He's already played Uranus 2 games in a row. It's not too bad to go Uranus again into a Yuzong.
Two schools of thought.
But I would prefer them to have a little bit more setup.
Or you're gonna have someone that can just also be aggressive.
Phobius is good against Joy and Cho, but not that good in the meta anymore. Terizla is a maybe no. I guess they go Phove.
Especially when that joy
Alright.
came through and
This is so good for TL, dude.
yeah, this is great team composition, not only for fighting around objectives, but just like duking it out if they have to.
Rora taking advantage of the Dodo curse? Yeah. I don't like their draft this game.
Comfort pick, so
I like Liquid's draft
I
more.
was gonna say it's gonna
And
be
if
hard,
my curse is real, then that means Aurora will win.
just like you did in the
But
previous
we'll
game.
see, I guess. Game number 3, ladies and gentlemen.
Punish
I do think that Liquid has a better lineup, though it looks like the production lineup rating seems to favor Aurora.
The biggest things here for them to make work.
There's one thing you always have to ask when there's a
So I guess we will
lineup.
see what happens.
Get that great early game, that moment that almost every Joy has.
Twitch has Yagu? What do you mean
You
that?
get a triple,
Oh,
you get your
the
items,
emote?
and
Damn, you're right.
suddenly You're dancing with joy.
Oh yeah, Phobia's counters Freya too.
The question now needs to be answered with a definitive finality, as in this game number 3.
What if they put
we
Phobia's
decided
gold and Harif
which one of these two
EXP?
advances
Yeah, they're not going to do that, but it's a funny thought.
Who will have to crawl through the lower bracket?
Can you King Kong it, man?
Alright, let's have a look-see
Oh, the joy, that's the new
at what is about to happen here, ladies and gentlemen.
Kelroying the Beatrix.
Coloring the Beatrix, yeah.
You know, with this too, I would
So
say,
for early game pressure, it's definitely Liquid.
yeah, I feel like it's
Liquid
all-
undoubtedly has the better early game comp. They've got Khalid, they got Eve, they got Harry.
Sometimes you're like,
Aurora has multiple heroes that need to scale into late game. It's actually kind of similar to game number 2.
see with both lines,
Right, in game 2 they had Yisun Shin,
time it was like Demon Cut's
and then they had
that can match the
uh
speed of a landslide. Whoa,
I have forgotten. Oh, instant dive on Edward for level 2. So we can see JP is very active on the Khalid in comparison. So he's definitely a lot more comfortable on heroes like this compared to Cho.
Melee minion, but Light's here.
was Demon Kai, but
Yeah, Aurora had Freya,
see Sanford pretty much
Yisun
going
Shin,
full
and then who was their mid lane last game?
a little
Lunox.
more tanky,
Yeah.
defensible.
So they also had 3 scaling heroes last game, and that's why Liquid were able to play hard and fast around the level 4 timing, start invading, taking advantage of the fact that Aurora needs to win through lanes and stuff. I think this game in comparison, they do still have a pretty solid solid map invasion comp. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get to see Liquid play like that super fast sort of tempo again.
Demon Kite does not get rooted in the jungle by this Khalid. So they're really pulling Liquid away from Demon Kite.
Whoa. Dome actually cut the wave earlier, so he's gonna look to rotate 4v5 and Turtle 1, I think.
They want to secure this if they can. Has to be a part of this fight now. He's got level 4. So
Alright, Turtle's in control of Aurora. Liquid's actually not really looking to compete. Carl can be jumped on, but he's dashing through. He's gonna go for it. Demon Kite secures the Turtle. RWM comes out. JP will be sacrificed. So that is definitely a victory for Aurora. Instant translation into stealing the purple. Carl is not gonna be able to contest. But Liquid is trying to delay it, trying to chase them away, and it looks like they will be successful. Aurora's not gonna stick around. So Carl is still able to get it. That is a lot of faith. The fact that Carl decided that he was gonna go home and trust that his teammates could hold the buff for him is actually a very good call.
Not only that, would have been way worse if Roar Gaming decided to stay in that purple and then get punished. So they take the bit of a lead that they got off the objective. They get back to the lanes, and yeah, it was a good decision from Domenkai to rotate for that. You can see building in. It looks like he's going to be going that corrosive scythe first, just like we saw him. But he's even got a bit of a lead now in terms of gold against Oheb, which is expected. Picks up his corrosive scythe now. And so you can expect,
You know,
kind of rotation.
I feel like analyzing takes a lot of brain power from me. I gotta be honest, I'm already a little bit tired after analyzing the first 2 games. Maybe that's why I've never really done the analyst position. Ooh, did Carl steal that? Not too sure. He is a little behind on EXP compared to Demon Kite. So not too certain if he got that, but it is also true that Aurora got the turtle.
Doing really well right now for Demon Kite Doming and Oheb dancing. But they both know that they're not gonna get a kill there.
Yeah, it's just one of those things.
So yeah, I think after this game, I'm going to need to think a little bit about like which matches. Oh, hold on, 2-man gang breaking Sandstorm connects with Domenkai. There's no Zaman Force though because Oheb already used it, which means that Domenkai can turn around, jump in, and actually keeping himself in this, which is very high value. Since JP was trying to unlock Oheb from the gold lane so that the Hirif could join the turtle fight, since it's just spawning now, but they're not able to do so anymore. Ooh, the kick on Sanji, but it gets cancelled out by the flicker, and now the Black Dragon's gonna be used, but he's very low on HP. It's absolute chaos inside the pit. Carl TC secures the turtle, and Edward will go down.
Cooked him. Demon Can he dash away? Sanford has the
Oh, he's
dash,
dead.
and he cancels the dash.
Oh,
Gets the double.
a series of unfortunate events right there. I'm kind of surprised Edwin decided to continue fighting that when he had literally like 10 HP. Like, why would he try and go for that when he's got like nothing left in the tank? I feel like Aurora needed to just consider not fighting that anymore. You know, their main front line is not able to front line, so why would they fight that? Yeah, that is actually one of the biggest issues about Aurora Gaming's lineup. They only have one frontline hero, like one real frontline tank, and it's a Yu Zong. He's not really designed to be the main frontline tank. He's more of a secondary frontline. Right? Because unfortunately Cho is not good at soaking damage. Freya's obviously not supposed to soak damage. As an EXP laner and as someone who has tried playing Yu Zong in the main tank position, it just doesn't work. Not unless you are like snowballing a crazy degree.
Okay, I'll kick. Oh, but he already flickered, and then he changed the direction.
Yeah, I'm surprised he has the flicker. Don't usually see Eves with a, I guess it depends, but yeah, purifying flicker, but Sanji relying on that. So far so good. Hasn't died either, so he's been pretty good on point with the RWMs too. You can see he's got the glowing one locked in. Starlium Scythe now for Oheb, so a lot of these first items coming out.
Most of them are pretty standard.
Still building into his first, probably gonna go with a bit of a, like we say, chop suey build.
Yu Zong is pretty squishy, all things aside, yeah. Yu Zong cannot be your main front line. It's just not designed for it. Most fighters are not designed for it, with some exceptions. So this is something that pisses me off in pubs as well. When I try playing like a fighter EXP lane and then everyone else just picks squishy heroes and I'm like, I'm not supposed to be the main tank. You know? There's a reason why you usually need at least 2 frontline heroes in any composition.
You're pushed off this like this.
Oh, Freya jumps in from the back line. Purify comes out from Oheb. They're trying to chase down Harry. Raging Sandstorm gonna connect on all 3! And Liquid takes over the fight. Dominkai goes down. Oheb does get traded because Demonkite was able to jump into the back line as a joy, but now Edward's gonna be abandoned. Just barely survives off of the Sha residue sustain, and Yue goes in to execute Sanford. Sanji probably gonna be able to pick him off. Yup, gets the kill. But a very chaotic fight right there.
Was over and then both mid laners were like, nope, it's not. They come through, end up capitalizing a kill. Turtle's still up, but TL definitely had the upper hand in that fight. A great set with a Raging Sandstorm from JP, and they get back to it.
In terms of late game scaling, I think Liquid has the advantage of it as well, unless Demonkite is able to get like really good backline dives. Having Joy and Freya in one team means that Aurora Gaming doesn't really need to fight a typical front to back, so they might be able to get away with only having one main front line, but it's difficult. Light's gonna get the kick, but it's in the wrong direction. It should still be just enough though.
Great read on the situation by Doming to push it. And Light being there meant that that's an easy take.
But this depends on comfort, right? Because if we were to compare the two teams, I think that Liquid is a little bit better at skirmishing compared to Aurora, right? Aurora likes to play together as a team a lot of the time. Light's gonna commit, they're gonna go in with the Yu Zong. Sanji trying to run back into the base as much as possible. RWM comes out, but he's not gonna be able to survive. Edward gets the kill. Light gonna be traded in return, but Edward now gonna be sacrificed. 1 for 2, not the most worth it, but Aurora does get the tower, at least. I don't like Aurora keep flickering to get kills. Quite a bad habit, Xavier says. Yeah. Sometimes, I mean, you know, a lot of the time you actually do just have to commit flickers to get kills. But Aurora does do a lot.
So, interestingly enough, take a look at the items. You've got a Divine Glaive for Sentinel.
Ooh, they're looking for Carl. No, but he's gone. Lance continues to be very good hero. Especially on the hands of Carl TZ. This man, probably one of the best in the world. So it should be a free tier 1. Nice zoning from Sanford. Hello, Alice. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing today?
I think they just want to go ahead and keep Aurora Gaming in check, saying, you know what, we will still fight if we have to. that is a Holy Crystal now picked up here for Demon Kite, so damage potential going to be pretty good now on this Joyous. He's got the 2 items locked in. Light now having the Conceal available. This is what we usually see, especially as the Lord comes up. Some of these off angles, if the roamers can set things up, but with the tier 1 turret still up for TL, they have a bit of a minor advantage.
So 1.5k gold lead for Liquid currently, which is not all that much, but they have a very complete lineup regardless, so I think they should be fine. Aurora ideally wants to be a little bit ahead, actually, with like skirmish compositions do better with gold leads because it means that each player is able to do something on their own. The fact that they're behind means that it's difficult to do so, which forces them into teamfight situations where Liquid has the advantage because they have 2 front lines and an Eve.
By Aurora, they'll need that because if sometimes Team Liquid are more than happy to give up that Lord if they can just continue pushing down mid, and then as you're backing away from the Lord, they'll come back from behind you through your own purple buff side. But they're also handling the bottom side really well, meaning Oheb is stuck at bottom, trying to manage it, continuously making it 5v4, 4v5, as it's Domeng who frequently goes to the bottom lane.
But that's also one of the advantages of being on expanding rivers. You know,
So we're at the point now where Liquid is in pretty notable control of the game state. I don't think there's really much Aurora can do about it. They have to go for split push. At this point, it is about macro. A lot of your heroes are able to 1v1 a lot of their heroes, so rather than trying to force straight up 5v5s, it might be better to try and like draw attention elsewhere. That means that you probably need to sacrifice lords, which is difficult to consider since Aurora doesn't really have the best base defense heroes either, but it's kind of a risk they have to take. Because if they keep trying to force objectives, it's very difficult to win off of that. You need to be finding farm and gold advantage by playing the map instead. And I feel like that's just something Liquid does a lot better compared to Aurora.
Catching off someone in the current rotation of who's gonna manage, who's gonna clear, and vice versa. But Liquid has started off this Lord.
So Sanford's already zoning. Carl blitzed it so fast. And Sanford might actually be fine here. Yeah. Absolutely free. See, like you can see that, right guys? They just can't really do much with their heroes. If they were going for a split push on the map instead, then at least they might have been able to trade the Lord for something else.
I know it's a small thing, but the upper hand
But
in a tier
they
1
couldn't.
still kind of gives you that opportunity to make plays like that with map pressure, and that's exactly what TL did. And then by the time Aurora Gaming realized, hey, they're taking the Lord, they were too
This
late.
is a perilous situation.
Now they have to deal with this Lord.
At this point, I feel like the game already belongs to Liquid, I have to be honest with y'all. Like, just based on the way things are going, I'm not sure if Liquid's able to do... I'm not sure if Aurora's gonna be able to do anything anymore. Carl somehow... Oh my god, dude! Why is Carl so good at Lancelot? How is he not being punished there? They spent so many cooldowns just to try and kill him. And now they don't have those cooldowns to defend base. The towers are gonna take like a lot of poke.
I don't know if we'll have a replay of that, but it's always great. It's always a
What?
treat.
What the F was that? Lilo says. Your reaction is the same as mine.
And escape so much, and you know, again, that's why I even wondered yesterday why we didn't see Lancelot pop up in some of our games, but you know, you're able to go ahead and avoid so much with
Carl really is just like, I think he's just the best Lancelot in pro play, man.
He's a master.
I don't know who can keep up with this guy.
That's why he's the GOAT.
Is that what a good sounds like?
You say, man.
I did not
Oh,
expect
my
this
nose
man
is
to
acting
get
up a little.
by a man.
Does being the GOAT of ML come with hidden buffs or what?
No, that was
I think it's more like you have some hidden buffs to be the GOAT of ML. We get it. Dude, this is the first time I've ever seen a replay where nothing happens, you know? What? Why would they cut it off there?
While here, Naisu, the master bleeder, like a goat. That's what you call it, the gloat.
Right, BL.
That's some insane micro.
But, I mean, we gotta credit JP also for saving it with the Raging Sandstorm. It wasn't all the GOAT, it was also the GOAT's dad. Wait, no. What?
What the heck are they talking about?
He calls him Daddy. Everyone calls him Dad JP, so yeah.
Let's get off the farm and get back to the Lantern Dawn.
Hey, man, with how Liquid are farming up the map, it still also
true.
looks like a farm here.
That's true, that's true. 20 seconds from this Lord coming up. All this, by the way, across the map has basically got them this lead they built up. You see the base turrets still standing, but the shield's all down and everything else. Win a crown here now.
I'm gonna be honest, guys. I feel like I may have locked in a bit too hard on the first 2 games.
Providing so much of that tankiness.
Cause I think I've just lost all my energy.
So this is
It's like my brain suddenly wants to turn itself off and just not say anything.
he's got the information he needs. Doming is around the corner. I'm not sure if they're gonna go for like some.
It's like, damn, okay.
Doming might
I need to recharge, you know?
bodies of
The way he moves using Lance, you don't want to give him any dashes or 1v1 him either, right?
And now that allows them to.
I think that Lance is probably one of the highest skill ceiling heroes right now. Also my nose. Ooh, Demon Kai gets the Lord. Oh, they're diving, they're full diving, they got Carl TC, Sanchi's gonna be dived on as well. Aurora just went for the full commit. What the heck just happened? OM's dead too. What? What just happened? Sanford 1v4, Sanford! He's still going, but he goes down. What? What just happened? What? Is that GG?
Do they have enough clear?
That's it!
Is that GG? What?
Aurora turned the tides with
What just happened?
Finally, they sent TL down to the lower brackets. You are not gonna
What?
fool them twice with the same tactic. You thought it would be the Stampede.
Excuse me?
Upper bracket.
That happened so fast. What? Liquid was in full control.
They sent the Golden Road Dream to the lower, and it's Aurora moving forward.
Liquid is in the lower brackets?
Get the Golden Road, the first team in history to be able to.
That's crazy.
It's going to be a little bit longer of a road. You got to go to the lower bracket, TL.
I'm so confused.
Another rematch. I don't know.
I never saw this coming.
See these two teams.
That was just straight. What mistake did they make? I had no energy to even see what happened, man.
In itself, this time around.
We're gonna go back and look at that in a moment.
Just when it looked a little dicey for them around that Lord, man, they made it work. What a team fight they were able to pull off.
Holy shit.
That was a 4,000 gold lead for Liquid. Erased, eradicated, and switched into a loss by Aurora.
Wow. Good thing for the upper brackets, but oh so sad for the lower. Dude, I never expected this.
And it was the easiest dive for Aurora to take it.
Liquid in the lower brackets round 1?
They have to take the longest and most difficult way to do that. But the Filipinos can rejoice.
What?
Their representatives will continue moving
Dude, is
forward.
there just some kind of curse about the fudging Golden Road? Does the Golden Road just put you through like the most difficult situations ever?
Have finally done what seemed to be the impossible.
Hey, I'm living in the future today.
Tomorrow.
I'm living in tomorrow today. Not LaFell's not here, so it's me.
Holy moly, folks.
Isn't it? Wait, is every? I don't know if I'm thinking right, but is every M champion from the lower bracket?
Okay, we get to see that again.
Oh, we going there now.
Yeah, the formation was not good actually.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Liquid was not in the proper positioning for taking that Lord.
Here's the thing, though.
And Aurora punished it. They just completely
Like this, I would be
distributed the fight.
that gets sent to the lower bracket. I'm gonna be a little worried. I'm not saying that wouldn't be the case if it was Aurora that goes down, but TL, when they lose like this, man, I don't know. Something
Wow.
happens to them. This is what we kind
Who would have seen that coming? What the fudge? Yeah, they got split up and picked off.
I'm a little
But it wasn't really Aurora specifically causing that to happen either. It was just Liquid not really
Take the honest
putting
approach
themselves in the
against
right
Aurora
place.
shows exactly why.
And that's really weird. They usually control Lord so
Team
well.
fighting. Aurora on the
That was an
stage.
incredibly uncharacteristic mistake.
Third time
Well,
on
let's
the
see what they
chart.
got to say.
Give it up for Aurora Anyways, that was an amazing match. How does it feel right now to exact revenge on TL after losing to them in the grand finals and then in the Swiss stages as well?
Masaya kasi ngayon na lang ulit din kami nanalo sa tilt page sa past mga matches namin.
We're happy because it's been a long time since we've won against TLPH.
When was the last time you guys won against TLPH? Do you guys
Lord,
remember?
dance not dancing?
since-
Yeah. They
since
just
upper
didn't
bracket
dance for
and
some
tilt page
reason. They just
finals.
allowed it to be
Okay, upper
50-50.
brackets. And ever since then, unfortunately, you've never been able to secure that win.
Yeah.
What makes it different this time for you guys? How were you able to secure this win?
Siguro pinagandaan talaga namin yung itong knockout stage, and kung sino talaga makatapat namin talagang bibigyan namin sila ng magandang match.
I think it's because we really prepared against them and we wanted to give them a very good match.
It was a very good match. It was very close from game 1, and then we saw game 2, and then we saw game 3, which was amazing as well. Just one moment turned everything around. Yue, we have to ask, what was the biggest lesson that you learned from the previous matches that you applied today, specifically?
Siguro yung mga small mistakes na nagawa namin nung last match, yun yung tinama namin sa naging match namin yun.
Maybe we adjusted all our small errors or mistakes and we improved them or corrected them during the match.
Small errors and mistakes. Can we get a little bit more insight into that? Is it a calm thing, a decision-making thing, maybe drafting?
Sa decision making tsaka sa comms din.
Is the decision making and the calls.
I don't know why I waited for that translation. Also, that's pretty straightforward. Yue, sorry, Domenkite, do you have something to add on that? About maybe something that you learned from previous matches that you could apply to this match to ultimately get this win?
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, guys. Be right back.
Telepage, parang ginanaan ulit ako maglaro pa and magpursige siguro kasi words gusto ko ma-redeem yung sarili ko pa. And yun, pinagandaan ko talaga yung sino makalaban namin.
Because of the losses against TLPH, it lit a fire in me and it made him prepare more for this match.
Lit a fire and made him more prepared. Because after this best of 3s, you guys are going to now be facing against a best of 5s. Are you guys prepared for a best of 5?
Syempre, prepare kasi yun nga, best of 5 long series siya and mapaghandaan talaga namin.
Yes, we are prepared, but we will still do a lot of preparation because it's a long series.
Okay, it's a longer
Okay,
series, we
I'm
know
back.
that. But what we don't know is who you will be facing up against next. It's either one of the Indo representatives, either Onyx or Alter Ego. If you both had to guess who the next opponent will be, who will you be facing next?
Based on the previous matches, I think Alter Ego.
Ooh,
I agree.
okay.
I
Yuri
agree.
thinks it's gonna be Alter Ego. What about Domenkite?
I think Onyx.
Onyx. Okay, so a split opinion here. Why do you think it's going to be Onyx, Domeng?
Siguro nakakuha sila ng momentum ng pagkapanalo na and feel ko mas
Darren just redeemed some hydration right after I had a drink.
Do I pretend that I understand? That's all I know.
Yun nga, siguro mas prepare yung Onyx sa BO2 and BO3 match.
I think that Onyx will be more prepared for BO3 or BO5 matches.
Okay, interesting.
Ah,
Good insight, but
okay,
maybe the
okay.
players themselves recognize that.
Honestly, that makes
final
sense.
message
That makes
to
sense.
perhaps TL that, I know that you guys are still friends outside of the game. Do you guys have a message perhaps to Team Liquid who lost today?
Nice game sa Team Liquid and yun, alam ko makabawi ka sa lower bracket, yung kita-kita sa finals.
Nice game for Team Liquid and let's see each other in the
How
grand finals.
tall am I?
Okay,
That's a
what
funny
about you, Yue? Now your
question to
message is
ask after all this time, Lilo.
Alter Ego or Onyx?
Very interesting
Good luck
question.
sa inyo parehas.
Simple question, but
Good
interesting.
luck to the both of you.
Okay.
How tall do
Once
you
again,
guys think I am?
Thank you, Domeng. Thank you, Yue. Thank you so much for the translation as well. As we give it up once again for Aurora, Philippines, we're gonna throw it over back to the casters.
I need it for my chart. What chart are you making? What? What am I being charted on exactly?
Dominic said there, good game. We know you guys can crawl through the lower bracket, referring to Team Liquid, we'll see you in the grand finals. But saying that after just sending you to what will arguably be the toughest lower bracket.
You're just
slot for
collecting
any
the
team
heights
because
of the
quality
people
of
here?
the
What
top
the
8
fuck?
teams in M7? Bro, that's
How
cool.
tall do you guys
Aurora
think I
Gaming,
am?
Congratulations, turning it around in one team
Okay,
fight.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I haven't
They
measured my
needed a
height
win like this.
in a long
They
time.
needed the win that vindicates.
So I might not be particularly accurate.
You know that word.
I don't think I actually don't really know precisely to what CM I am, but I know roughly within like 2 CM-ish.
So good by Edward.
Yeah, I would.
Alice thinks I'm 168. Nut says I'm 160. Lilo thinks I'm 175. Gin knows how tall I am compared to him.
They lock it in.
So he thinks I'm around the same range as everyone else.
Well, the way he was playing this out, but also
Are you shorter than Gin or taller? I am much shorter than Gin.
to work really well.
I am notably shorter than Gin is.
We need to kind of forcing responses out from.
You guys are correct, honestly. You guys have the right range.
So you gotta think how many times he was able to go ahead and push away Sanji. Like Sanji, I feel like had a little bit of a harder time on the eve just because of the threat that Edward was, and it's also you gotta remember this.
Yeah, like the dude in Eterna right now, or right then, during the interview, right, with the random tall fan. That's probably about how tall I am compared to Gin.
Make it happen again, and then just have this.
So yeah, I think you guys are very, very accurate. In fact,
Trust between
I think Alice was almost on the dot. Because if I am not wrong, I am around...
even when it came down.
I'm around 169, 170, I think.
We were going through all the options of the heroes. That
If I'm not wrong. But again, it's been a while since the last time I measured, so I don't know the precise number right now.
At certain moments in this game, but Demon Kite was able to go ahead and kind of keep a cool head, make things happen. Got a couple of the retributions off that he needed. But again, the team as a whole just really
Okay.
made this lineup work.
On another note, guys, now that this first match of the day has concluded, I do need to discuss something with y'all.
Coming off of,
Right.
sharper
So when I started this stream just now,
light
we weren't really sure which matches today I was intending to watch, right? We didn't really have an idea of like, okay, which of the matches today I'm going to watch, right? I already said that I might skip game 2. Like I might skip the second match because that's probably the one I'm least interested in overall. But objectively I'm still interested, it's just compared to the others, that's probably the least interesting one for me. But so I was still like thinking, okay, do I want to skip match 2 and then watch match 3 and 4? Or do I want to watch match 2 and 3 and then skip 4? Because we all know SRG is the third match, so that's the one I definitely want to watch. So after thinking about it, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip match number 2, right? So what I'm thinking of doing now is I'm going to end the stream and then we'll go live again for SRG versus Spirit, right? But beyond that, I might also skip Onyx versus Alter Ego. And here's why, right? I'm gonna tell you guys, I don't feel very good right now. I actually don't feel very good right now. So I already mentioned to you guys at the start of the stream, I have a little bit of like swelling in my gums on the left side, so sometimes it kinda hurts over there, especially when I'm talking or smiling. Besides that as well, I think I've also realized what might be causing my nose to act up every time I'm streaming, right? I realize I sweat a pretty ridiculous amount when I'm sitting here, especially when I'm doing like analysis and casting and stuff, right? I think I've told you guys already, I sweat like a pretty ridiculous amount. And so the sweat just kind of like stays on me, and I end up feeling very sweaty and kind of sticky, which already isn't a very good feeling. But the problem is I have my fan turned on, and it's not really doing a lot of help for me because I'm still sweating even with the fan turned on. But the problem is I am now sweaty, sticky, kind of damp with the fan turned on. And I think you all know what that means. Right, I'm basically having air blown on me while I am a little damp, which is not very good. It's probably causing me to like start sniffling. I think you need an air filter inside your room. Probably. Yeah, because the air circulation in here is not good. That's also probably a contributing factor. You're probably correct about that. It's weird how you sweat while sitting. Honestly, it is. I sweat like a ridiculous amount while I'm sitting. Like like my shirt's already sticky, especially like my legs, my thighs. You know, that one makes more sense because I'm sitting on them. But yeah, basically, I'm not feeling the best right now because of all of this. I kind of want to take a shower. Besides that as well, I think I did lock in a little bit too much on the first 2 games. So I think you guys could notice during game 3, I just I wasn't really saying much because I just genuinely, like, my brain just kind of turned off. My brain actually genuinely turned off. Since you have cute kitty at home, you're right actually. That's probably also affecting it a little bit. Brain overheat makes you sweat, I guess? Probably. And probably the casting as well, the sort of like little bits of play-by-play I'm doing. You have work tomorrow also? Yeah, so I will definitely go live again for SRG's match because obviously that's our highlight of the day. But I don't know if I will want to watch Onyx versus Alter Ego's match as well. What I know for certain is that I am probably going to end the stream here and then go live again later. But hey, same, I am under 2 fans and sweating buckets playing Marvel Rivals. Well, that one you're actually just sweating. When you're in an intense game, like when I'm playing MLBB with you guys on stream, I'm definitely sweating a lot. But yeah. So yeah, that's probably what we're going to do. I am going to end the stream now, right? I'll watch the what's this next match? Yeah, Aurora versus YG match, but I'll watch it off stream. You know, I'll continue working on the playoff profile thing, cut out all the teams pictures in Photoshop and stuff. I usually work better on those when I don't have to say anything as well. I always have my air conditioning on, damn. Honestly, I should consider just turning on my air conditioning whenever I'm streaming. But especially for watch parties, that ends up with having the aircon on for quite a long time, which I don't really feel good doing. When stream again, I will stream for SRG versus Spirit, Harsha, but I cannot confirm if I will be streaming for AE versus Onyx. I'm gonna be honest. I know that usually I try to catch at least 3 matches. Well, actually no, normally I try to catch at least 2. I wanted to try and catch at least 3 because we have a lot of really interesting matches today, but I feel like I just can't. Especially since tomorrow is a weekday as well. So we will see, right? I will definitely be live again for SRG versus Spirit. I'm gonna take a break now. I'm gonna go take a shower. I'm gonna like continue working on the playoff profile thing, and then I'll see you guys later around what time? 7. Yeah, around 7 p.m. when the SRG match starts. But whether or not we stream the last match will depend on how I'm feeling once the SRG match is done, right? Once the SRG match is done, if I still feel like I have the energy and I'm feeling okay enough to continue, then I'll continue. If not, then I might also not stream Alter Ego versus Onyx, even though I am genuinely very interested in Alter Ego versus Onyx. It's just like, I have to make a choice. So yeah. Alright, you could on it for a while, then close it and replace it with fans so the room will generally be cool. I guess. We'll see. I'll try it later, I guess. But yeah, so for now, I'm gonna end the stream here. I will see you guys again later, right? So we won't be gone for too long, right? So I won't say too much here. So I'll see you guys later for SRG's matchup. To a very unexpected start to day one, right? Liquid Philippines dropping to the lower bracket straight away is very scary. And now every other team is hoping that they don't drop to the lower bracket anytime soon. Cause man, that's gonna be tough. But yeah, if Liquid is no longer in the upper bracket, as long as SRG properly locks in, I think we might have a genuine chance of claiming the direct slot into the finals through the upper bracket, right? If we can do that, we will officially have beaten Malaysia's record of top 3 in M series. But yeah, alright, I'm gonna go take a shower, I'm gonna go do my own stuff. I'll continue watching the match along with you guys, just not here. And then I'll see you guys later for SRG, yeah? Yeah? Alright, thank you everyone for dropping by. I'll see you guys later. Make sure to follow my socials, right? I won't do the whole spiel because we're gonna be live again later today anyway. But yeah, follow my socials. Always appreciate the support. Appreciate you all dropping by for part 1 of our watch party today. I'll see you guys later for part 2. Alright, bye-bye everyone. See you guys in 2 hours. See ya, peoples. Woohoo!